State Champs Score is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza. Also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, Alta Equipment Company, Michigan High School Athletic Association, and the Construction Association of Michigan.
Hello everyone and welcome to State Champs Score. It is week 7 of the high school football regular season and we have some big time matchups for you. 12 big games from all across the state of Michigan. We will take you there when your team hits the red zone. What's happening? Welcome to the State Champs Studios. My name is Ryan Slocum, joined as always by former Lions tight end Rob Rubick. And Rob, this is it, man. We have some conference championships on the line already in week 7. We're going to bring it to you.
Yeah, it's getting close to countdown time at the end of the season, but what I like is we're all over the mitten. We're up to Northwest, Traverse City, or Cadillac rather. We're up in the Thumb. We're down in the Metro Detroit area, so we're covering all of the mitten. No UP this week. We'll get back there, but it's really going to be a great Friday night.
And we're taking you all over, and these games matter as well. And we have reporters all across the state as well. Let's get to some of them right now. Of course, our game of the week is from the OK Red. That is East Kentwood taking on Hudsonville. Got a big one in the OAA Red and the MAC Red. How about Eisenhower taking on Dakota? Our Alex Johnson is there, and he has a report for us right now.
Hey guys, Alex Johnson here at the Dakota Cougars versus Utica Eisenhower Eagles game. Both teams are sitting at 5-1 on the season, 3-1 in conference, trying to get over that hump to secure second place in the conference. Eisenhower's coming into this one flying high on a 3-game win streak, and Dakota is looking to bounce back after a 39-20 loss last week to the number 1 team in the conference, Romeo. So it's going to be interesting to see what teams do tonight to grab hold of a permanent spot in second. And the clouds opened up to a downpour before the game, so we'll have to see if the Big Cats can stay dry in the wet or if the Eagles can brave the storm. Right now, the Eagles are sitting pretty up 7-0. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, appreciate that, Alex. Another big one that we have for you is coming from the Lakes Valley Conference. 5-1 Lakeland at 4-2 Walled Lake Western. Our Mike Ivasell is there.
Good evening, everyone, from Walled Lake Western High School, where tonight, on homecoming night, we have the home Warriors and the visiting Lakeland Eagles. We're late in the first quarter with a minute to go. The score is 7-0 Walled Lake Western. The scoring drive was highlighted by a 65-yard pass from David Krall to Jakari Anderson down to the 2-yard line, where on the very next play, it was a 2-yard run from number 5, Donovan Triplett, to get in the end zone for Walled Lake Western. It's been an active first quarter for Walled Lake Western. We've got 92 yards passing from David Krall, 31 yards rushing from Donovan Triplett. We'll be here all night with updates. Back to you guys in the studio.
Appreciate that, Mike. And as we just saw, a big fumble coming up right there. Another big game in the OAA, 4-2. Stony Creek taking on 3-3 Birmingham Groves. Carmen Foster is there and has more.
Hey guys, welcome in. We're live here at Birmingham Groves High School where the Birmingham Groves Falcons are taking on the Stony Creek Cougars. It's the Falcons' homecoming game and senior night tonight, so the stadium is looking packed and alive. We've just finished the first quarter here. No score update yet, but we've seen some big defensive stops so far on both teams. I'll be here throughout the game to check in and give you guys updates. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate that, Carmen. We'll be checking in with you a little bit later. How about this one? Our 16th ranked team in the state, Grosse Pointe South, 6-0. They are hosting St. Clair Shores Lakeview. Brian Haynes has an update from the first quarter.
Good evening, everyone. We're here live at Blue Devils Stadium, where the home team, the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils, are hosting the Lakeview Huskies. Both teams are coming in with winning records. Grosse Pointe South is undefeated, looking to extend that record to 7-0, while the Lakeview Huskies are at 4-2, also hoping to increase their win number. So far, it has been an interesting game. The Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils were able to score on their opening drive, really showcasing the power of their run game. It was Charlie Michelotti and Brody Vineyard dominating that drive. Sam Rulo.
All right, appreciate that, Brian. One more for you. It is KISS night. They're partying like it's 1975 in Cadillac. Cadillac taking on the Greenville Yellow Jackets. Lauren Plant is there with an update.
Number 1, Kyle Graber on the hold.
I just hear music.
Well, hey guys, welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium here at Cadillac. This is a wild setup here, as there's a lot more going on than just a football game. But as you're joining us, we got our first score of the night here in Cadillac, so it's good timing after a key fourth down stop near their own red zone. Greenville marched right down the field. Quarterback Cade Court hit Caleb Campbell for a 30-yard touchdown strike. Yellow Jackets take a 6-0 lead. Check that, a 7-0 lead here early in the second quarter. The Vikings are wearing custom KISS-inspired uniforms tonight as Cadillac celebrates the 50th anniversary of the band's legendary visit back in 1975. And Cam, if you want to turn the camera on me just for a second, I'll show you that as I mentioned that I would do when I said I was coming to Cadillac, that we would don the makeup. So this is what you'll see on State Champs tomorrow morning at 10:30 on WDIV Local 4. So I'm here in the press box and fully kissified as we celebrate history here in Cadillac. So we'll get back to the game. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit.
Just for the record, that was Peter Criss.
Yeah.
From KISS. So yeah, Paul Stanley, Ace Frehley, Gene Simmons. I was a huge KISS fan back in 1975.
Rob, what would you do if I came in here dressed like that today? What would you happen to have done? Can you imagine being up in that press box and here comes this guy?
Well, it was Lauren. So let's remember, Lauren, people are used to that. He's done some outrageous things over the years. But I want to see outrageous in some of these games now. We're going to look at the bottom left here. You have Millington, the Cardinals, taking on the Lakers of EPBP. And it looks like the Cardinals and Coach Jason Germain in the red zone, threatening to score. And then in the upper right, you can see some trouble there with Lakeview and Grosse Pointe South pent up deep in their own end zone. So it's the action has started fast and furious. It's nice touching in with our reporters on site, but
we got some other games we didn't talk about yet, though, Rob. How about those other games? What one really stands out to you? Obviously, our game of the night, East Kentwood and Hudsonville. That's a possible state championship type matchup.
Yeah, I really like Elmont and Richmond.
Okay.
Those are two quality teams, 6-0, 5-1, or in
6-0.
Yeah, two 6-0 teams. So it's going to be quite a matchup there, and they're in the same area geographically, same conference. So let's see how that one goes. We'll keep close tabs on that. And there's one that kicked off early. We haven't talked about that. Would be Pontiac Prep Notre Dame and Traverse City St. Francis, and that's been a score fest. I think they're at halftime now, but there's almost 50 points, if not more, put up on the board already.
The first 5 drives of the game all ended in touchdowns. This thing got started with a bang. It's been awesome so far. We'll get you updated there. Traverse City St. Francis currently down. They're undefeated coming into this game, though, Rob. And going back to the Elmont-Richmond game, that is for the Blue Water Conference Championship. So the winner here is taking the thing.
Already?
Already.
Even 2 weeks remaining.
Yeah, they're taking.
Maybe they do the out of conference or last couple games or something?
I'm not positive what their schedule is, but they're both 6-0. And so, the way it works out, the winner here is going to take it.
All right. Well,
Elmont, they run the ball like crazy up there. They got three-headed monster at running back.
Speaking of running the ball, you see Millington on the bottom left. I saw the officials. I thought they got into the end zone. The scoreboard has not changed.
That's another big game we haven't talked about from the Greater Thumb Conference. Millington, the defending D7 state champs, man, and they're taking on the Lakers.
They marked, the Lakers of Elkton, Pigeon Bayport. We're going to refer to them as EPBP.
Okay.
The Fighting Tommy Beers. Tom Beer was a former Detroit Lion, played 3 or 4 years at Wayne State back in the day and played in the NFL. Went to high school, Elkton, Pigeon Bayport.
Yeah, Laker coming in 6-0. This is their best start in a couple years. So they're looking to knock off the defending champs. They've already clinched a share of the Greater Thumb White, and now they're looking to take it outright with a win.
No, I'm watching. Bottom left, he kicks the ball. It hits the crossbar, and it bounces over for good. I thought it went in. They're a little slow on the scoreboard there now.
I see dudes on YouTube doing that. They call it the crossbar challenge and things like.
Well, the quarterbacks used to do that before the game. I remember when I was covering the Lions, Stafford and Drew Stanton, these guys would be down on the field. They'd start throwing them about the 20-yard line and see if they could hit the crossbar or the upright.
Looks like we're going to kick that one again.
Must have been a penalty. So the upper right, we got Elmont and Richmond, and the Blue Devils in the red zone in the upper right. Maybe we can head out to Richmond and take a check at this because Elmont's trying to bow up a little bit.
Here they go. How about that? They're going to get in there. No.
Oh!
Just sneaks
Ooh,
in
big boy.
for the touchdown.
Yeah, big thick. He got it in now.
Big 26, Logan Evans taking it in for the score.
You know, he got hit on about the 1 or 2. It looked like he wasn't going in. And he's like, you know what? I'm a little bit bigger than you. I think I will get in here.
And if you don't know, obviously the Blue Devils, Richmond, they just scored the touchdown. Elmont, there with the old pumpkin heads on up there. And there's the scores. Blue Devils looking to tie it up with the extra point. It's into this game. So we've got a score fest going on everywhere this week, Rob.
Oh, yeah, they're flowing now. This is going to be a fun night. Like you said earlier, Ryan, what I like is we're having a lot of scoring by both teams. Yeah. Last week, we'd have a lot of scoring in the first half, all by one of the teams.
Yeah, we had a tale of two halves. It looks like another touchdown up in the top left. East Kentwood.
Wow.
They're putting it on them right now. Ty Spencer opening up the offense.
Ty bringing a little bit of that Detroit Motown mojo across the state. We've talked about at length last week. He's really done a fine job at East Kentwood, really bringing them back to prominence. They had some really good teams early on, or late in the late 90s and the early 2000s, and then they had another couple blips on the map. They've always been a solid program, but it seems like he's got the capability to bring them to the next level again.
And a guy you and I know pretty well, played quarterback over there, Harlan Hill Award winner, Kurt Ains, and East Kentwood Falcon. This is Stephen Jones one more time. They're going to show the replay here of him scoring this touchdown. Yeah, let's take it full. Stephen Jones from Cade Kaufman had a 30-yard touchdown run earlier in the game. Here he is doing it with his arm, the Michigan State recruit.
That's pretty. That is a beautiful throw. Look at the tight split. Now this is your defensive back. See how tight he is? Hey, maybe Grant's talking about it. Tight split, and that means you got more room to work to the edge, and he does. He starts him inside and works to the outside, gives the quarterback a big lane to throw.
Beautiful play there, and man, East Kentwood now opening up a 2-score lead. One we haven't checked in yet. Clarkston at West Bloomfield. Big time game in the OAA Red. Clarkston here with the early lead.
I hear my dad. No.
Just look at that stiff arm. And he had quite a dash last week for 41 yards. That was negated by a penalty. This time, not so much. First down, West Bloomfield. Another handoff, hesitation. Espy escapes, gets a yard, a little bit of a push. And now there's a scrum. Forward progress is over, getting a little bit chippy. It's for all the marbles, Matt. You'd expect that.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of plays like that here tonight from both offenses, where it's just, maybe a stalemate, but you're going to need that offensive line to push the pile a little bit before they blow the whistle.
And maybe the name of the game for this Lakers offense is going to be sustained drives, as Clarkston's been able to push up the field pretty quickly. Luckily, only been one score. That came 3 minutes and 43 seconds into the ball game on a Griffin Bowman touchdown dash.
Yeah, and really that was just, again, a phenomenal play design, taking advantage to the attention that Wojczenko was going to draw.
10:45 and ticking left in this first quarter. 2nd and 7 from West Bloomfield from their 33. Handoff, Joel Davis dragging everybody. They got to send the house. All-out war to take down Joel Davis. And hey, you don't get much on that play, but you got the crowd fired up after that one.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal run just to get what he got. I mean, got about 2 yards right there. But man, did he have to fight for them. Clarkston not biting on the counter play and sniffing it out. But again, it comes down to sometimes who wants the yardage more.
The senior linebacker Trey Setter with the tackle at the sideline. 18 tackles in the past 2 weeks.
All right, Rob, checking in there at Clarkston, West Bloomfield. That's the OAA red title game as well. They're going to decide who wins that sucker. East Kentwood, 20-7 now. Hudsonville trying to strike back. You know they can do it through the air, and they're doing it right here. Marching down the field just like that. They're in striking distance. Harper, Woods, and Saline, Rob, is another one we have not checked in yet. These are two of our top 10 teams going head-to-head. Number 6, Harper Woods, taking on Saline. Number 4, both teams unbeaten. Something's got to give here.
Absolutely. Harper Woods has been kind of our pet team this year. I think this is the 3rd or 4th time we've had Rod Oden's team on score, and they don't disappoint. They're entertaining. They score points. They're in good games. They're a quality program, and Coach Oden has really done a nice job.
They've got athletes all over the field, some of the best athletes in the entire country. They put on a show so far this year. Number 6 overall in our rankings. They're ranked number 1 in Division 4, and for a good reason.
But a great test for both teams. You look at Saline, and Kyle Short's done such a good job there, taking over for Joe Palka, who was the Saline coach for many, many years, former Eastern Michigan Eagle. And actually, I think Joe might have been the Eastern Michigan Huron at the time. He's old. Oh. If Joe's watching, I apologize, Joe, but it's the truth.
Well, we talked about the athletes from Harper Woods. Don't sell Saline short now either. Tommy Carr going to Miami.
Well, CJ is already at Notre Dame, right?
Going to Georgia. Yeah, I mean, this is incredible. Yeah, his brother CJ at Notre Dame right now. Big-time athletes on both sides of the ball. That's going to be a fun one to watch through one quarter, tied at 7 there.
Oh, nice job in the upper right. Clarkston defensively really gang-tacked. They ran a little underneath counter. They be in West Bloom in the dark blackish, greenish uniforms. And Clarkston kind of clad out in their pseudo-Michigan Wolverine helmet. Watch this. They get a little inside counter coming back, and they're there. Good job getting underneath the block, and then a little help from your friends. Never hurts.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. They closed that door pretty darn quick on him. Jackson Northwest over there in the Jackson area, our friends at JTV. We've got Northwest up 6-0 after a pair of field goals over Parma Western.
We got Elmont. They're starting to approach the red zone, the bottom right, in the white with the orange helmet. They're starting to get a little bit of the inside running game going, approaching the red zone. They're on the 25-yard line. The Blue Devils. We got 2 Blue Devils playing, by the way, tonight. I noticed that. Yeah. And Coach K is not here.
And we got Lakeland and we got Lakeview.
Yeah. Oh, a lot for me to get tongue-tied on.
We take a look at the score for the first time up there. Rochester Hills, Stony Creek, and Birmingham Groves. It's Stony right now with a 6-0 lead. They're already approaching 5 minutes to play in the second quarter in that game. And we mentioned that running attack from Elmont. Man, they got 3 different dudes that can do it, and they can throw it when they need to as well. And here they are on the move, inching close to that first down marker. Second quarter has begun there with Saline and Harper Woods.
I'm hoping when we come back, when Traverse City and Pontiac Prep come out of the half, maybe we can get them up to update on the score and see what's going on. And like I said, it's an entertaining game. They were, not only you said the first 5 drives all resulted in touchdowns, and the first 5 drives, I don't think there was over a 5-play drive.
No.
Some huge chunk plays from excellent skill set. And here's
there's a big one, top left. Yeah, and Brody Sink had a pair of those touchdowns. There's another big one.
Bottom right.
In there.
Nice.
Well, he's waiting. They haven't called it yet.
Oh, I think he was in. The official has a lot better view, though. He's going to call him out on the 1.
That's Colton Carble.
He had a good view. Definitely came in. The ball will cross the line and landed in the end zone, but before he made that leap, his foot probably stepped out on the 1, and the official was right there, so they're going to have another go at it. We got Elma at Richmond. Maybe you could get over there, pay attention here in the bottom right. Let's see what happens.
Yep, and take it full here. He didn't get it last time. He got it this time. Carville scores.
That's a little old school, Ryan. A little full house tee, a little power out of the full house tee. Where I don't know what you call it, ISO blast. You have 3 backs, and you give it to the backside back, and the other 2 backs run through the hole and kind of blow it open for you. And that's it's just power football. You get too many people at the point of attack at times when the defense is stopping. It worked well for the Raiders of Elmont, the orange and black.
Yeah, and there you go. They're up 13-7, going for this extra point. Elmont, one of our best teams.
Hey, let's
How about East Kentwood and Hudsonville?
Maybe we could go see what Shawnee Belizean. We'll go listen maybe Sean and Grant, because Hudsonville trying to crawl back in this down 20-7. Let's see what our fellas have to say.
Maybe getting to about the 10-yard line, Grant. Maybe getting to the 10-yard line is Wyatt Van Assen setting up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and as a defense, touch back on that last play, when you have pursuit drills, you hear teams do pursuit drills, that's exactly why you do it. You want to take a good angle. East Kentwood on that 2 plays ago weren't taking great angles, allowed quarterback Brady Van Lake to get that edge.
Van Lake claps his hands, keeps it on the ground to Van Assen. Got maybe to the 8 before he's pushed back. So interesting scenario coming up here, Grant. A 3rd and 6 forthcoming from about the 8-yard line. Are they in 4-down territory?
I think if they get it to 2 to 3 yards, I think so. I think, you're so close. This is going to be a high-scoring battle. East Kentwood's average is about 40 points a game. Hudsonville comes in at about 36. Points are at a premium, so you're already this close. I imagine if they get it within range, they'll probably go for it.
2 receivers split far side, 1 near side. Van Lake, shotgun. Looking, firing into the end zone. Flags everywhere. Did he get his feet down? He did. Oh, DeYoung, I wasn't sure that he got his feet down. You knew it was going to be an automatic 1st down anyway, but how about a touchdown for the Eagles?
And great job by Brady Van Lake at giving his tight end a chance, an opportunity, and throwing a high ball. When you get a receiver on the back end line of the end zone, you throw a high ball. Front, it's low. Back, it's high, and boy, did he throw it high. Look at that, right where only he could go get it. And he gets it, caresses it, and let's check the feet. Oh, 2, just so you know it's real, man. That's good on Saturdays and Sundays right there. Great catch by the number 88.
Hey, Rob, last week, Hudsonville had an amazing catch. Number 1 on SportsCenter's top 10. This one not quite as good, but what another great catch in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and what a well-thrown ball.
Yes.
It was a small spot to put that ball. And the quarterback did a great job of that. Hudsonville, that was a big drive. I mean, you get down 2 scores on the East Kentwood team that you already struggled in trying to slow them down. They hung 20 on you already in the first half, so that's a big drive. Gets you back with it. It makes it a 1-possession game.
Great call by them.
Bottom right.
Over there.
Bottom right. Get their eyes there. Get them, Ryan. Look at, we got the Blue Devils.
Eisenhower and Dakota.
Yeah, Dakota rather. Sorry, got the Blue Devils on the mind here today.
Bottled them up right at the 1-yard line. But that is 1st down. So obviously, a couple of more tries. Dakota and Eisenhower, another big-time game. We have yet to speak of this game. 2 teams coming in, 5-1.
Well, that's, you got a good night going. When you get a game like this, and as you said, we haven't really gotten to it or given it much thought or highlighted at all, but this is really going to be a huge game, and it's going to kind of sort things out a little bit, but then again, in the same sense, it might muddle things in the Macomb Red.
Right.
Depends who wins.
Yeah, Dakota trying to bounce back. They started the year 5-1, and we had the game last week against Romeo. They'd only given up 31 points all year. They did give up 39 last week. So they're looking for a little payback, a little bounce back here.
Let's look at bottom left. West Bloom trying to, in the red zone, trying to even things up against the Wolves of Clarkston. Maybe we can head to West Bloomfield, see how the Lakers, within 1 score now, let's see if the Lakers of West Bloom can tie this up.
Picking up maybe like half a yard to a yard, setting up a 4th and inches.
Lakers have a capable kicker. 3 for 4 on the season is Bryce Coburn. He was 2 for 2 a couple weeks back on this field against Birmingham Groves. So they're keeping this offense on the field. As Jamal Shakespeare back in for attempt number 3, 4th and 1. Shakespeare takes it, gonna go outside, reaching for it, it'll be close.
Yeah, he had to have gotten that.
Shakespeare on the carry. That will be just about enough.
Wouldn't be surprised now to start seeing Clarkston burn a few timeouts. 3 minutes and counting left in this quarter, 1st and goal. Wouldn't be surprised if Clarkston burns a timeout after this play.
That was a huge play for West Bloomfield. They tried twice, Wildcat straight up the gut. And 2 took the ball. That time he goes outside the tackle with a little bit of space, a little bit of separation. Get the blocks involved and get going. Now Carver's gonna come back under center with Will Espy in the backfield. Man in motion, sweep. Here comes Duru, and he's gonna go backwards. He'll land about the 9-yard line, nothing doing on 1st and goal.
Yeah, much like his first 2 carries, Clarkston keying in on Duru and not allowing him to get outside of the numbers and upfield. And that's the main thing that teams have to key on for this Lakers offense. They want to burn you at the perimeter.
The Lakers got 1 yard on 1st and goal, 2nd and goal coming up from the 7-yard line, as they've held the football for nearly the entire 2nd quarter.
All right, appreciate it. West Bloom, keep an eye on that. Top right, we've got a touchdown just happened. The Lakers trying to tie it up. Oh, and that's going to be a touchdown, Rob. Great play. And it's a touchdown for West Bloomfield. They're going to try to tie this game up. Joel Davis getting in there for the score. Lost his hat, no problem. Got his team 6. Take another look at it.
This is good because I was busy watching one of the other games. I missed, as you called it. That's just a little screen pass, kind of. They just leaked the back out, and there were bodies there, but they could not make the play. And that's a big possession, big score by West Bloomfield. Chance to tie it with just 1:50 in the first half, and a half that's really been as the score is indicated.
And we got a score coming up there in the top left. Parma Western getting on the board for the very first time. Great run. And they've evened this sucker. Eisenhower and Dakota looking to join the scoring parade. There's another replay from JTV, Rob. He just outran everybody. Brody Parrott taking it in. He knew it too, holding the ball up there. Hey, let's check back in. It's 3rd down, Eisenhower and Dakota.
Oh, a little fake jet rolling them out. Throwback. Wow, what a cool play.
Everybody going to the right, except for Big 9-9. He was just sitting there by himself.
What I like about that play is you have like double misdirection in the backfield. You have backs crossing, the quarterback rolls out right, then you think he's going to hit the back in the flat, and he throws back to the middle. What a neat, well-designed, well-executed play for Dakota.
Anthony Arini, the 10th grader, finding the end zone.
Oh.
Lakeview, Grosse Pointe South, we just saw the touchdown there. So everybody's getting in on the scoring parade. Another game we haven't checked in on yet from the Lakes Valley Conference. It's Lakeland and Walled Lake Western. Walled Lake Western, the defending Lakes Valley champs.
So you look in the upper left, Millington and Lakers, and EPBP is going to be tough because Millington will play keep away. They're like one of the military schools at the Division I college level. When you play Army or Navy, you better take advantage of your possessions because they will 3 and 4 yard you to death. And that's what Millington does. They're a physical team. They're going to run the ball. And defensively, defensive coordinator Lenny Dantine does a fine job, as he did in the state championship game last year, throwing a shutout. This is a very, very good team.
And they've had good teams for 20 years.
Oh, they've had battles with the other the red and silver in Frankenmuth and Millington for years. Frankenmuth, a bigger school, but Millington, the country fellas now, they're tough kids.
They finally broke through last year, won that D7 state title. Kind of a shocker a little bit this year, though. They come in 5-1. They lost to Cass City earlier.
Remember, I told you there's like 4 teams in that thumb area. Harbor Beach is really good.
Oh yeah.
Cass City's really good. You have Millington as well, and it's a tough area week after week just to get a dub. There's no easy victories in the thumb.
Yeah, now Millington's in the Greater Thumb Conference after leaving the Tri-Valley, after being in that for a number of years.
Well, you see a lot of readjusting as, we see adjusting there. Nice run into the end zone.
We've got a touchdown, and I believe that is a Mr. Football candidate, Donovan Triplett. Yes, it is. The school's all-time leading rusher set that mark a couple of weeks ago. He just keeps adding to his total. We've got Cadillac, as we told you, taking on Greenville on KISS night. Lauren Plant is up there.
Well, hey guys, welcome back. We're on the shores here of Lake Cadillac, and we've reached the break here as we're getting set for a very special halftime presentation. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it is a KISS celebration here at Cadillac. And in fact, 50 years ago, the band came and visited. I'll tell you the story real quick before I give you a scoring summary of what took place here in the first half. Real quickly, 1973, team goes undefeated. Really great team for Cadillac. 1974, they start out the season. They lose their first couple of games. The coach is trying to figure out a way to motivate these guys. Well, KISS is a band that had just started to kind of make waves. They were a couple albums in, and people were really starting to take notice to them. So we started pumping KISS music in the locker room, and they adopt, of course, the old saying, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Well, they went on to win like the majority of their games the rest of the way, and the coach wrote a letter to KISS basically saying, hey, just want to let you know your music really inspired my guys, and they were able to go out and win the rest of their games, and just want to say you guys made a real impact on this community here in Cadillac. Well, they listened and they responded, and in October of 1975, in fact, right after the Dress to Kill album, right before KISS Alive came out, they actually came to Cadillac in October for homecoming, landed a helicopter right here on the field. They everybody here at the school put face makeup on, and they continued to go ahead and celebrate the band. They did a concert in the gym. It was all really, really amazing. So if you guys don't mind, we're going to let you listen to a little of the live band here as they play some KISS music. But I just want to tell you real quick, Greenville got on the board first with a 30-yard touchdown, and then added a second score on a 33-yard bruising run by Blake Schmidt. They lead it 14-0 here in the first half. So here we go.
2025. Appreciate that. Now let's head to Ike and Dakota. They've reached the half. Alex Johnson is there. He has an update.
Hey guys, Alex Johnson here at the Dakota versus Eisenhower game. And it is 7-7 right now at halftime. Both teams are putting in gutsy defensive performances. Eisenhower was able to take the lead real early in the first quarter. And right before halftime, Dakota came back, drove down the field, and honestly put in a huge goal line effort. And then the touchdown game from Anthony Arini, nice pass from Nico Davis. I really think Dakota's going to take the momentum into halftime. It rained a little bit. The crowd's into this one. They're sticking with their team, so be real interesting to see how this second half's going to go. We got to wait 15 minutes for it, but I'll be back with you for another update. Back to you guys in studio.
All right, Alex, we appreciate the update. You know, Ryan, this is a little bit more what we thought we'd see from Dakota. You know, they gave up, as you said earlier, 31 points all year until Romeo hung 39 on them last week. Now it looks like they're back to ground zero, getting things ironed out a little bit, and have held Eisenhower to only 7 points in the first half. So this defense is defensive once again.
Back in our game of the week, East Kentwood and Hudsonville. Looks like Kentwood just punched it in. They were on the doorstep, so they extend their lead once again. It's going to be a 2-possession game.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a replay of this coming up in a bit. We'll keep an eye on the upper left, and we can take a look at the touchdown and see what happened after the extra point as he run a body on late.
Go for the kick, up and through, 13-point
Two
lead.
possession game. Still time now, the first half, for Hudsonville to come back. But the Falcons of East Kentwood under Ty Spencer, they have it rolling. Here's a look at the replay. I've seen better replays. I'm not sure who had the ball or where he was, just like the people watching, but he did score.
I saw about 22 dudes as well.
Yeah, he scored, Rob. He did score.
Well, and how about Hudsonville? Let's talk about them real quick if we can, because we saw them open up last week against Rockford, 28-0 at the half. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Rockford came back, and that game ended 35-28. We were wondering how
they were hanging on a little bit, hanging on, right?
Half, and now here they are. They've given up.
Right, it's going to be flipped. Let's see how they can respond in the second half. But I think you can see Hudsonville get some points here before the first half. They obviously like to make it a one-possession game.
Good look there at Cade Kaufman, quarterback there for the Falcons. And now we are back to West Bloomfield and Clarkston.
7 seconds, so not much left happening there. Oh, hey, we've rejoined on the bottom left. This is the game I've been calling for.
Yeah, Millington.
No, I'm looking bottom left. St. Francis and Notre Dame Prep.
They're finally playing again. Yeah, 34 points already.
Now with Traverse City with the ball. Traverse City in the all-white, we got to clarify this because they have very similar school colors. And Traverse City, a lot of big plays we talked about in the first half. I mean, there were 60 points in the first half scored. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, it was defense optional for sure. Here we go, another big play, Rob. Tyler Thompson keeping it, getting around that corner.
Upper right, we got I'm sorry, I stomped on your partner. Upper right, we got a field goal attempt by Parma with 2.6 seconds. Looks like somebody taking a timeout to ice the kicker.
Yeah, Parma Western came in. They were down 6-0. They scored on their previous possession. Here they are looking to add to it.
Ooh.
Big hit down there for the Lakers on Millington.
You know, I tell you what, these are very evenly matched teams in the bottom right with Millington and the Lakers of EPBP. Because you see Millington move the ball down the field and get touchdowns finishing drives. They've only been able to finish one drive. The problem with Elkton Pigeon Bayport in the green is they can't move the ball at all. They're having a hard time getting a first down against this defense of Millington.
Pontiac Notre Dame Prep with a big interception there. Quarterback looking to dump it down. It gets picked and a huge return to the 15.
And they're going to be in the red zone. That's huge. And there's a replay. They kind of bob a little bit, and they pick it up, and he gets a convoy. The reason this is so big, this is one of those games you have to hold serve offensively because you can't let a team like Pontiac Prep, we saw early in the year against Jackson Lumen Christi, who they lost to, but they scored a boatload of points but still lost. So we know offensively they're going to keep pressure on you and score and score and score. And Traverse City trying to hold serve where now this could become a two-possession game quickly with that turnover.
And their second big mistake, we saw it earlier, 4th down, going for a punt. The snap goes over the head all the way down to the 5-yard line. They gifted Notre Dame Prep a touchdown. Clarkston adds a field goal right at the buzzer, so they will go into the half with a 3-point lead. Winner here is the OAA Red champion.
Hey, we got St. Francis and Notre Dame Prep. We get a chance. Look at the setting there. We're going to zoom in here, and let's take a look to see if they can finish the drive after the turnover.
So looking to throw. Tipped ball deflected by Sam Wildfong, the middle linebacker for the Gladiators, and it'll be 3rd down.
That one's reminiscent of the interception we had late in the game last week where they dropped They showed man, dropped into a zone, gave Wildfong the opportunity to just kind of drop straight back and get in the way.
Notre Dame Prep will send Drake Roa to the bottom of the formation. One receiver to the top, and then a close condensed split. Got to watch out for Brody Sink here as Tartaglia has it, keeping his feet moving. He's down inside the 5. Tartaglia moving the pile, and he's got enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Irish at the Gladiator 3.5.
Yeah, you're not going to tackle him high. He's only 5'9", but 185 pounds, and he's running like he's a 250.
2 receivers to the bottom of the screen now for the Irish. Stowe hands to Tartaglia, and he's brought down right away by Braxton Lisinski in there on the stop. So early on, it's a goal line opportunity for the Irish. Irish had the last time they scored, Scott, I believe was the Gladiators punting, or one of the times they scored, the Gladiators punted, and the Irish got it at the 5. So a couple times they've had excellent field position. Tartaglia, and Howe keeps it. Howe looks to be in for the touchdown. So Sam Stowe in for the touchdown for the Irish, and they go back up by 14 points.
Send Tartaglia as the decoy.
Yeah.
Opening up a little bit on St. Francis, who came in 6-0, and it helps to have a first-team All-Stater coming back under center. You saw him right there for the touchdown.
Yeah, this is a very well-balanced team. They could use a little more help on the defensive side if they're going to make a run. But offensively, they got everything they need to score on anyone that they're going to play all year. It's just when they get into the tournament, it's going to be a little tougher. They're going to see some good defensive teams. They're not going to be able to put 50 points a game on the board. All of a sudden, it's putting 20. Can their defense hold up? That's going to be the question for Pontiac Prep.
So far, big mistakes have cost Traverse City St. Francis. They are down 41-26. Our game of the week, East Kentwood, same score as when we left you.
Well, right.
And
think
up 27-14.
You think about it, that fumble or turnover when you're going down there almost into the red zone of Pontiac Prep Notre Dame, and you turn it over. So instead of you going into Popsy getting 7 points, you give up 70 other ways. So that's huge.
Massive. Got a close one there. You see it's halftime on homecoming at Groves. Looks like it's disco homecoming or something going on over there in Birmingham. They lead it 7-6 over Stony Creek, and once again, we've got Harper Woods and Saline. Looks like Harper Woods now up a field goal. And we're still in the second quarter in that game. Harper Woods, we haven't told you yet, they are in pink tonight. Hey, let's go to Groves right now since it's halftime. Got about 9 minutes left. Our Carmen Foster is there. Fill us in on what's happened so far, Carmen.
Hey guys, it's Carmen here. It's halftime here at Birmingham Groves High School. We've had a low-scoring game so far. Groves is leading the way 7-6. Defense on both sides has been the star of the show. We've had 3 interceptions this half, 2 by the Falcons, and a blocked field goal. We've had lots of red zone drives, but that's the update for now. Back up to you guys.
You said it, Rob. Talk about big plays, couple of interceptions, and a blocked field goal.
Yeah, you could dig yourself a hole. You could dig yourself out of a hole. Either way, when plays like that happen, you just hopefully that they're for your team and you can benefit from them.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. The 3 phases we had last week. How many kick returns for touchdowns did
we had block extra points. We had we've already had a muff punt or muff snap in this game. That's how Traverse City gave up on their first scores. Snapped over the punter's head, and Pontiac Prep Notre Dame recovered it for a very short touchdown drive.
Saline's offense been cooking all year long. So far, just 10 points. But again, that game a little behind the rest of our games. Still 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Hudsonville still with the ball, top left side of your screen. Made it all the way to the D1 championship game a year ago. And now they're starting out 6-0. Their defense is what's really been getting it done, though, for East Kentwood. And they're showing it here a little bit. They're only allowing just over 10 points per game. Doing a good job bottling up that Hudsonville offense so far.
Well, Hudsonville's got a shot now. There's still, 55 seconds in the half. And they're across the 50, then plus territory.
We'll keep an eye on that, as we will with all these games. But let's go, if you see the top right side of your screen, Lakeview and Grosse Pointe South. Blue Devils, they've got a 7-point lead here at the half. Brian Haynes is there. Give us an update, Brian.
Hey, welcome back to Blue Devils Stadium, where Grosse Pointe South is taking on Lakeview. At the end of the first half, Charlie Michelotti was able to get a touchdown on the goal line, making it 13-0 before Brody Vineyard was able to convert the 2-point try to make it 15-0. And then both quarterbacks have been showing off their ground speed, using their legs on a lot of these run option plays. Troop Linnell has gotten his 5th sack of the game, someone to look for. He's also leading the team with tackles per game, so a really good defensive force and been doing a good job at stopping that run game so far. So we're in for a great second half, so keep checking here. Thank you guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it. Bottom left, St. Francis looking to get back in this thing. Huge run.
Yeah, another about a 50-yard run. Yeah. There's just been some unbelievably chunk plays in this game. It's a very entertaining game. If you like offense, this is the game you want to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
67 points. I got a feeling this game will be combined for close to 100 before it's said and done.
Let's take that full if we can, because St. Francis is about to punch it in, and it looks like they did.
Yep, the official's marking it. I never saw an official with his arms up, but they're marking it back on the conversion line, so makes it 32-21, 9-point lead, so it's still a 2-possession game unless he can convert this extra point, and it becomes a 1-possession, 2-score game, I like to refer. And I hate people say when you're down 8 that it's a 1-score game. No, it's a 2-score game. You need a 6-point touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
And the 2-point conversion.
It is a 1-possession game, though.
The top-ranked team in Division 6 trying to fight back, making the long trip from Traverse City down to Pontiac.
Ooh, that was painful.
No good.
That's no good.
Here comes Hudsonville again. That looks like it's going to be a house call.
Oh, that is huge. I mean, you're talking about you just made it a 1-possession game. You get it back with just a little, minutes 50 and a half, and you're able to go down and get a tutty, make it 27-20.
The quarterback doing it. Braden Van Lake.
You know, one of the most famous Hudsonville football players for Hudsonville High, who attended Central Michigan University. We had Kiss on, up in Cadillac especially. Do you remember that era was Alice Cooper was huge.
Oh my gosh.
And
huge.
Ray Bentley, a buddy of mine, played linebacker for the Bills in a couple of Super Bowls, and he had the Alice Cooper face black on he would wear for the game.
Did he really?
Oh, it was sweet. Ray Bentley. But he was a Hudsonville grad.
Everybody knows him out there at CMU. He did some TV for
Did a lot of TV. It was good at it. I thought what Ray did was different from most athletes. He also did play-by-play.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did color, which most of us do, but he did play-by-play as well, which only one I've ever seen do that was Pat Summerall.
Yes.
Who did play-by-play for years in the NFL, but he was a player.
Maybe the greatest of all time. He's up there, Pat Summerall. Look at these fellas at Hudsonville and EK.
Yeah, look, we got that one. They got Millington up on the right. The Lakers have finally flipped the field.
I don't know about his gear, though. He's got like the construction worker.
He looks like the guy from, remember Footloose, the original one? With he looks like the buddy who gets his butt whooped in the barn fight. He looks like, remember him? He was the head, the cowboy boots, the hill jack.
Yeah. Here's what I want to know, though. How do they
Look
decide who has to hold him up? And then the dude gets to do the push-ups. How do you decide that?
I don't know. I was always playing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hudsonville's going to kick off here, 27-26. Game of the week. Sean and Grant have a dandy, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, good for them. They've had pretty good ones. I don't think. I'm trying to think how many of theirs have got out of hand. Most of them have been within a 2-score game for most of the games. What do we got? Millington and Lakeland. This is a big one now. What, 7? Is that 7 seconds or
7 seconds. Yep.
7 seconds. The Lakers of Elkton Pigeon Bayport, the upper right, they're in the green trying to score against the red and white Cardinals. The Lenny Dantine led defense coordinator, also the high school principal. That's when you're in your thumb, you do a lot. You wear a lot of hats.
Everything. Cleans the floor.
And it's picked. Oh, ill-advised. Ill-advised.
Great job by Garrett Woodward. Gets in there, picks it off at the goal line, and the Lakers come up.
Here's a look. Right here is a quarterback. You either eat it or just heave it out of the end zone, but you can't throw it to the defender because you still, incomplete pass, you got a chance for a field goal attempt.
And his man, Lucas Wiener, was there, but he didn't get him right away. He had him. So the Lakers are going to go into the half here, down 7-0, trying to keep their perfect record alive and trying to win the Greater Thumb White outright.
Uh-oh. Look at this. Look
Another
it up.
Big play. Cade Kaufman. You know, Hudsonville could get after the quarterback. And we knew it was going to be big if they could get some groundwork, being the Falcons.
Yeah.
And if Kaufman could extend a plays. He's doing it so far.
He did, but it's one of those prevent defenses, because that was the last play of the half, I believe. Unless they got a timeout, they're gonna put one tick. They're gonna put one tick back on it. It showed all zeros. So they're gonna put one tick on it. A little Hail Mary action. So now Hudsonville, you gotta get your guys back, but rush people. Don't do the. Who did I watch the other day? The no rush some bodies. Rush a minimum of 3. I like to rush 4 in this. You got 7 guys down the field. You're fine. But don't let the guy just stand back there all day. Now look at what
Jones are going to be the candidates. But also, you got a quarterback that's heading to Michigan State next year.
Sam Stowe couldn't get him. But he was gone. He was 10 yards behind the defender.
We've seen it a few times. Look at that body, though. I mean, that's a tall, lanky, and he's a very good grabber of the football with his hands.
He'll be going to play for your buddy.
He's going for the Miami of Ohio, going to Oxford. I'll be going next Friday night from here. So next week, fellas, anyone who's listening in the show, we're going to do a really quick show next week because I have to drive 3.5 hours after this. So there'll be no soda and pizza after next week.
Rob has spoken. Final play here, Hudsonville. Kaufman lets it roll. He's got a man, but it's short and drop. That would have been incredible.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have mattered either because
he's on the ground.
He's on the ground. So what an entertaining game, huh? 27-21.
Absolutely. East Kentwood 5-1, Hudsonville 6-0. Now to the double box. A couple of games still going on. Left side of your screen, they're in the third quarter. Still in the first half on the right side of your screen. A top 6 matchup in the state here.
You know what? What do we go to Wall Lake Western? Mike Iveso. Is Mike ready for us? I believe Mike is. Mike, what do you have for us at Walled Lake?
Welcome back to Walled Lake Western High School, ladies and gentlemen, where we are 21-14 at the half. We had 2 high-flying offenses coming into this game, both teams averaging over 40 points a game, and, well, they didn't disappoint in the second quarter. It started with a 56-yard TD run for Lakeland by number 11, Jackson Schneeman. He went down the sidelines, cut to the middle, and ran away from everybody. On the next drive, Walled Lake Western took the lead on a 32-yard TD run by Donovan Triplett. On that play, it was set up by another 32-yard bomb from David Krall to Tim and Duggan. Walled Lake Western quickly got the ball back again and had another 18-yard run by, you guessed it, Donovan Triplett, his 3rd of the game. Just when we thought Lakeland was going to go to the half down 21-7, Bo Bishop took the kickback 50 yards to the Warrior 30-yard line. 2 plays later, quarterback Carter Travis scampered 27 yards untouched for the touchdown, and that's where we stand, 21-14 at the half. I expect more fireworks in the second half. Back to you guys in the studio.
Appreciate that, Mike. Great matchup there in the Lakes Valley Conference. We got some action still going here, Rob. Harper Woods has found the end zone again. Again, if you're just joining us for the first time, thank you.
Going for two?
Rob Rubick, Ryan Slocum here, and here is Harper Woods going for two. They are in pink tonight with a $1:21 still to play here in the second.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah, you know what? It wasn't maybe 10 years ago you saw the fade stop, back shoulder throw, and the NFL came in. And then all of a sudden 5 years ago the college team. The high schools are doing it now. Come on. Wow. Are you, that Traverse City game on the left? So Pontiac Prep just scored again, right? Haven't they scored again since we were there?
I believe they have.
Huh.
Well, Rob, it helps when you have athletes like Dakota Grant out there. It's one of the best wide receivers in the country.
For Harper Woods.
For
yes,
Harper Woods,
absolutely.
yeah. I mean, it's incredible the athletes they have out there, and they're putting on a show so far, 21-10.
You know what? I want to make a point about this too. Is the coaching in the state of Michigan has improved so much. We talk about players getting better with training and lifting and off-season stuff and 7-on-7, but the coaching around the state is much improved than it was 10, 20, 30 years ago. These guys, most of them play collegiately, or if they haven't, they go to clinics. They're trying to improve their craft, and we see that on the field.
Well, Rob, I think we talked about it one of the first weeks here on The Score about just the level of the offenses that they're putting in, and I think that has something to say about the coaching too as well. That we mentioned the RPO game going on.
RPO out of a full house tee.
Right.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've never seen that. I've actually called a coach friend of mine, and he goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, RPO out of full house tee."
Incredible stuff going on, and you're seeing it. We've got some great recruits and great coaches going on to do some great things as well.
I tell you, Sink. Is he number 7? Is that Sink for Travis?
Number 7, yep.
Yeah, for Pontiac Prep. He's just a one-man wrecking crew. He's a receiver, but man, do they do a great job. Coach Fox does a great job of getting him the football many different ways. And in the passing game, they run go routes, they run slants, they run all different things with him, which I think is awesome. Be creative, get your ball player, your playmakers, the ball in their hand as many times as you can, and they will make plays.
When you called their state championship game a year ago against Frankenmuth, it helps too. We talked about it earlier. When you got a quarterback that can get him the ball in any sort of any situation you put him in,
they're just loaded. It amazes me though that they're not that good on defense.
Yeah.
And no, they've played some good offensive teams. I mean, you're looking at they played Jackson Lumen Christie. Herb Brogan's team is really good offensively. This Traverse City team that you can see, they have a bunch of athletes as well. You just wonder maybe they get to the playoffs and they play some teams maybe in the early rounds that aren't quite as good. You'll see a little bit better defensive showing.
So far, 49-32, with about 4:15 to play in the third quarter in that game. Harper Woods, Saline. Saline's got a $108 to do something. Tommy Carr lets it rip. Got a man downfield, but he overthrows him. They can strike quick, so a minute and you're on the wrong side of the field. That's plenty of time for Saline to make something happen, but it's 3rd and 10.
Well, then here's the double-edged sword. You're trying to do this. What if you throw another incomplete here and you leave 55 seconds on the clock and you're giving it back to the team that just went down the field pretty quickly against you? So when you're calling a play in this situation, you gotta, maybe be a little bit cautious and say, okay, we can throw the ball, but let's make it's just a sure pass, maybe a short pass. We get a chance to get the first down, but yet if we don't get it, we keep the clock going. Something maybe to a back out in the flat, a screen would be good. Try and throw a screen.
Tried to dump it down.
Whoa!
No good.
Whoa! Look who's here.
This.
Wow.
This
I've met Kelvin Johnson. I met Barry Sanders. But I'm about meeting men I like even better.
Oh, man. Barry Sanders?
Oh, yeah.
Or Hungry Howie. Which, I don't know, man.
Well, Barry never brought pizza when I met him.
Yeah, you need to find somebody who looks at you like Rob looks at Hungry Howie. Holy smokes. Look at this.
Look at the melon on him.
Wow, it's bigger than mine. Holy cow.
Oh, yes.
Hungry Howie,
I love this.
What's up, dude?
I watch enough TV when they, dude, seriously, Howie, it's a little bit chilly. Come on. What's up, man?
Where have you been, Howie?
This isn't one of those fake we're going to eat pizza.
Wow.
I'm going to eat this pizza.
Now hungry. Mr. Howie,
All right, bud.
tell us about the pink box. You got to tell us
You
about
don't
it.
talk.
No, he says no.
No.
Can you sign language it or something?
It's a
breast
pink box.
cancer
Breast
awareness.
cancer. Yep.
They do it every year at Hungry Howie's. It's awesome.
And who's this?
That's you.
Oh, it is. You're such a big deal.
You walk around with a picture of yourself all the time? If I looked that good, I would.
So this doubles your driver's license too? When the cops pull you over, Howie?
That's what took him so long. Hungry Howie, dude. You're the man. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I guess we're going up. Yeah. There we go.
Appreciate the pie. Oh, my.
Wow. That was, I haven't.
One of the better moments of my life.
It's up there, yeah.
Oh, this is good.
It's always good.
Oh.
Appreciate it. Wow. Hungry Howie. Who knew? Have you
Nope.
ever seen Dennis the Menace and Hungry Howie in the same room at the same time?
Never.
Yeah,
you never
I haven't
will.
either. It's amazing.
I feel like the whole Clark Kent thing, right? And Superman, yeah.
Right. Oh, man. Well, that was something. Maybe we should get back to some work or something, Rob. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm covering up my mic because I'm chomping away on that pizza. It's probably...
Oh, damn, I'm judging. We're trying to think, do I want to keep this? It was good enough. I wanted to. Appreciate Hungry Howie's, as you can see. Big sponsor of the show. Helps us bring you the show every week. Glad you're here with us. Wherever you're joining us from, you're not going to see this anywhere else, but right here on the State Champs Network and Local 4.
Hey, at the bottom right, remember I told you about going to halftime?
You did.
I think Harper Woods has the ball, and they're on the move again.
You know, this team, they're incredible, man. You know, we mentioned Dakota Garant. That guy has scored on a pick six. I believe he's got 8 touchdowns through the air. I think he's ran for like 5. And he's returned balls as well. I mean, every single way you can score, this guy's doing it.
And where's Dakota? Is he committed anywhere?
He's committed nowhere yet, but he's got every school on earth looking at him. Alabama, Michigan,
Oh,
you name it.
Is he a 4-star or 3-star or 4-star?
5.
He's a 5-star?
Yeah. He's one of the top receivers in the country. And he's not alone. They got kids younger than him that they say could be even better. This team is loaded. Yeah, you mentioned it. There you go, Rob. They're at the 35-yard line.
Still with 25
seconds.
seconds.
25 seconds. They got time.
Well, you allowed them to say, oh, that's huge. Because you allowed them to save their timeouts. I don't know if they have any left. The coach, they must have had one because the clock has stopped. But that definitely takes them out of field goal range. Now the score box we have does not indicate timeout, so we can only speculate. But we know they burned one right here.
Yeah, 18.8 left in the half. Go back to the quad box. Eisenhower and Dakota, they're back on the field.
We got Creek and Groves starting the second half at Groves. See the Falcon in the middle of the field. Coach Flaherty's team, Brendan Flaherty, had a great team last year. Had Barry Sanderson was a running back for them.
Absolutely.
Went off to Toledo, I believe. That's where he had, at the time I was covering them, he was heading.
Yeah, they've had a great run here the past few years. Coming into this game at 3-3.
You know what we should do? Harper Woods, let's see if Saline can hold them up. We're going to send it to Saline and listen a little bit to see if they get to the half and keep the score just 21-10. Let's head to Saline right now.
See what Saline does dial up. It looks like they're bringing less pressure. So Grant's in motion, and the quarterback steps it up. Almost intercepted. Number 14, Bryce Barbarino on the coverage on Grant.
It looked like they only were going to rush 3, but at the last minute, it looks like a rare shooter blitz from the linebacker spot caused a little confusion, and they were able to get pressure on Rumshaw.
And that's a good thing.
It was.
So now if we can get if I'm Harper Woods, I don't even allow Saline to even think about returning. It's not that.
Yeah, you hear the broadcaster saying right there. Yeah, I'm not sure. You just catch it, do a real quick pooch punt, directional punted, and I think both teams would be happy just going to halftime. You see Saline probably taking in. It's exactly did real short step, a one-stepper. It goes into the end zone, eats some time, and with what, just 6 seconds, I think Saline will take a knee here, head into the half, so maybe we can move on, and let's see what we got. Upper left, Traverse City, looks like they're nearing the red zone. Let's head to Pontiac off of M24, Walton Boulevard, find out what's happening at Pontiac Prep Notre Dame to see if St. Francis can score here.
Here's the counter play, and this is Daisiak, and he's back to the original line of scrimmage. And he was tackled by Brody Sink. So number 7.
We've heard that number a lot tonight.
Brody Sink is flashing all over the screen tonight. Multiple touchdown catches, a 2-point conversion catch, a lot of different types of tackles. Tackle in space, tackle in the box, you know, whether you want to play in coverage at the line of scrimmage. He's pretty adept at doing it all. Twins to the top and bottom now on this second down play for the Gladiators. Tyler Thompson, the motion man. Tyler Andrus is going to bounce it out left, and he's brought down at the 25. Maybe a half-yard loss on that carry.
Love to be able to see them in that situation call off the run. Seeing 3 guys blitzing in that situation. Maybe for the quarter.
No, we'll have one more play here before this quarter goes through.
Oh, for sure. We do have the.
Got 40 seconds left.
Yeah, at Pontiac Prep here, we're going to kind of glaze over this a little bit. As you said, this could be the last play, incomplete pass. Obviously, they get it for another play, but this is a big play here. I think this is 3rd down and 10. They draw them in on a little middle screen, and they cannot convert the catch. Oh, they had it set up. I mean, there were literally 8 white jerseys and 3 green ones down the field, and they just can't complete it.
Him was the official
right,
standing
yeah. The umpire was standing where he lines up where the linebackers are. That's the 2nd or 3rd play I've watched today that Traverse City, St. Francis, has set up beautifully, and they just don't execute it. The play calling was there. I mean, that's what you're looking for, and that's just Josh Linke did a great job. The head coach who replaced Josh Sellers, a legendary coach who replaced his father, Larry Sellers, who was a legendary coach at Traverse City, St. Francis. So a big 4th down and 10. Let's see what they do here. Pressure's coming. He gets it off, but now he's going to be short.
Move.
And he's going to take it to the house. It looks like they're going to be short in space. Could not tackle him.
Incredible. Tyler Thompson just makes a little move, and he's gone. Here's another look at it. Right there, it looks like he's toast. Little stutter step, see ya.
Okay, now they're going to say, we're getting crews telling us that they're going to mark him short, not of the 1st down, short of the touchdown. But if that's the case, they're going to have to put time back on the clock. But it looks like they're going for the conversion, the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for the conversion here.
It's a conversion you're putting the ball. Hey, peanut section.
So here we go, Rob. It's been back and forth all day. One scores, another scores.
No. Good job defensively. That's a big play because I guess it still would have been a 2-possession game, wouldn't it? So I called a hundo. What are they at? 87.
They're getting there, and we got a quarter and 15 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to get to a hundo. There's no question.
Hey, we missed it earlier when we were in that double box. Parma Western scored a touchdown. They've taken the lead coming back there. They have beaten Jackson Northwest 10 straight years. They haven't won since week 1. Everybody was thinking, man, Jackson Northwest, this is the year. Right now, Parma Western says we're going to make it 11. They're up 17-6, 17 unanswered.
Look at bottom left, the replay here. Clarkston, West Bloom, pressure in the pocket, gets the ball off, and I thought we were going to see a pick. Usually we see a quarterback delivering the ball and he gets hit and it throws off his rhythm and the ball goes fluttering out of his hands. Oh, those defenders are salivating down there because that's probably the only ball they can catch. because a hard spiral they can't catch. That's why they play defense.
But that's a third down.
Yeah.
So that means West Bloom's got to kick it away. They do. Tough catch there, falling to the ground. He brings it in. Clarkston with a 3-point lead. We saw they kicked the field goal there as time expired in the first half. Greenville at Cadillac.
Hey, that back, you're tough.
21-0.
Yeah, they're kind of Greenville went up north and is really taking advantage of Cadillac. Cadillac's schedule in the conference they're playing in right now because is not strong right now. So for Greenville to come up there, this is probably the best opponent Cadillac has faced to date this year.
Well, you know
they're in a conference with some smaller schools as well. So for Cadillac Vikings, this may be a little eye-opening and maybe a little check with his team. Oh, look at this, Clarkston.
Still on his feet.
Man.
Takes 4 guys. Finally brings them down. Well, you know the problem is they've been rock and rolling all night. That's what.
Well, they want to party.
Partying every day.
Yeah, all night long, party
currently
every
the
day.
problem.
That is a KISS reference by my partner Ryan Slocum, by the way, because it is KISS night at Cadillac.
KISS night. Was he Peter Chris or Ace?
He Peter
Frehley?
Chris.
Yeah.
Ace had the star, the silver star. Or was that Paul Stanley?
Paul had the star.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we go. You see Clarkston in the bottom left and the Michigan Wolverine going against West Bloom in the bottom left. And the upper right, Elmont, threatening against the Blue Devils of Richmond.
Nothing doing that time.
Clarkston taking a shot. Oh! Woo-hoo! What a toss. What a toss and what a catch. Whoa, Ryan, I know I misdirected you with another game, but if you get a chance, hopefully we see a replay. And on cue, here it is. Drops back, has enough time, gets it off, and watch this. Dropping it in a basket. Right there, the defender shoots by it. Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty.
I tell you, football is a beautiful sport at times. It can be violent, it can be aggressive, but it can really display a lot of beauty.
Yeah, one of the twins right there, bringing it in. Elmont.
And Elmont.
We got a touchdown.
Oh, we got action now. See, this is what I like to be getting in the second half here. The Raiders of Elmont just touchdown. They're bringing out the conversion team.
Yeah, that Elmont game. Told you that's for the Blue Water Conference Championship. Both teams coming in 6-0.
Yeah, I hear Blue Water. And my wife and I, the last couple of years, we take it, since I'm retired, we take an afternoon, we go to Freighters. It's in Port Huron.
I've been there.
And you sit there in the outside and you watch the Blue Water Bridge and Freighters, the big boats go through there. You have a nice little lunch. It's just beautiful. It's really a neat place.
You go there too, huh? It's awesome.
Yeah.
Great
Big
restaurant.
fan of Freighters.
21-7 now, Elmont, after Brody takes it in. Midway through the third. Elmont trying to get back to Ford Field. They've made it there a couple of times in recent years. Looking to finally bring home that championship trophy.
Now, you said both these teams in the bottom left, 6-0 coming in, Elmont
6-0.
and Richmond. Richmond known really for their wrestling. They've been an outstanding high school wrestling school for years. And usually through wrestling schools, it translates to having good football. I mean, Hudson has been a power in the state in Division 8 and 7 for years, the Tigers, and they're a great wrestling school. You look at Lowell. When Noel Dean was coaching football there as well as wrestling, they had some really good teams.
They didn't lose for decades at Lowell.
The thing about wrestlers is they make such good football players because all they do is wrestling is keep people off your legs, and you work with your hands, and they get that good strength in their hands. You could have 165-pound defensive tackles at the high school level that are nightmares for some big linemen.
But yeah, they know how to block. Absolutely. Millington, Laker. It's the only game so far that isn't a big scoring game, just 7-0. Millington scored early, and that has been it.
But I tell you what, the Lakers, this is the second time. It looks like they're getting down near the red zone here. They got stopped right before the half. Remember, he threw the interception. What I see with the Lakers, what I can see so far, they're coming out, aren't they? Are they going? Yeah, they're coming.
Wide open, bottom of your screen, Stony,
they're going
Creek,
in.
and Groves.
Yeah.
touchdown.
We got the hot potato up at Greenville Cadillac in the upper left. It's going to be finally picked up. And there is
Looked like
no
he was
one
gonna
from
stop there
Cadillac.
for a second.
The Vikings did not come ashore that time.
No, he looked like maybe he thought a whistle blew or something, and he kept running. And maybe it did. Jackson Northwest has answered. That's a 3-point game. Parma Western has the ball now. They're in the maroon with the gold helmets. Here's Groves after the long touchdown.
And the kind of going back to the bottom right, the Lakers of Elkton Pigeon Bayport in the green, Millington in the white with the red numbers, really trying to make a stand. But what I've noticed right now is the Lakers have big running backs, big kids. They're not super fast or super quick, but they're big bodies. And that defensive front of Millington, not that big. And it looks like they're starting to take its toll a little bit. You see some of the big hosses walking out of that huddle in the green. Now, let's see. We'll keep an eye on this game in the bottom right.
You just saw it on that first down run. Big fella would not
he
go
got
down
hit in the
until he
backfield.
crossed the first down line.
Yeah, a lot of yards after first contact.
Here we go.
Just a big body.
You mentioned it.
Yeah, they're approaching the red zone. We're full screen there now, and this is a good one.
Lakers looking to tie it up. Coming in unbeaten.
You know what division, John? You know what division EPBP and Millington are in the same division? Can someone find that out? Yeah, Elkton Pigeon Bayport and Millington are in the same division.
Laker hasn't been 7-0 since 2022. Only given up 47 points all year, only 7 today. But so far, that's put them in a hole.
Second and long. Hand off up the middle, Luke good.
23, Drake to Rubick with the stop. At the end of tonight's game, the Legacy Center will be
good was knocked backward by Drake Terwilliger at the 25. Pick up a 2.
Enjoy the festivities.
3rd and 8 upcoming.
Well, we know Millington is Division 7. EPBP is either 7 or they could be possibly 8. I don't think they would be 6. We're trying to put one of our crack researchers on it to find out. And look at right now the Raiders after that touchdown going for the conversion to make it 28-7. They're starting to open things up. It was a tight game for most of the first half, but the Blue Devils of Richmond just falling short right now, and they're going to be looking really to get something big here. Yeah, they need something big offensively to get it, try to cut it with a 2-possession game. Go, hey, we haven't seen this game in a while. Ike and Dakota in the bottom left. Dakota on the move, starting to get near the red zone. They're going to get penalized and get pushed out a little bit. I know that.
Give to Buchholz, left side.
On the left-hand side.
Going to be close to a first down. I think he got no. Yes, he did.
Not the 1-2 yard line, but they will take it.
I love watching those short guys run because there's a lot of turnover on those legs, man. The tall guys, they're striding. Those little guys, they got it just churning.
Yeah, we call it little Flintstone feet.
Look at that. You could measure up the young man's inseam with a ruler.
That's Avery Aspaw.
We got some quicks, though. Oh, good call by the official. He just got about the 1 yard line. But this gives Northwest a chance to take the lead. You know, you're counting about 2 minutes ago, Ryan. You're saying 10 years in a row they've lost, and now look at they're coming back. They heard you. They're rallying.
Somebody's mom's watching the score and got word down there.
That we're going to do now, though. Approaching the 20-yard line inside. Let's we're going to head out to way up in the thumb, Elkton Pigeon Bayport. By the way, that's a combined schools. Yep. There's Elkton, there's Pigeon, and there's Bayport. So those are 3 schools. Let's get up there. We'll kind of glaze over this because both these teams. This is a great game. Let's go full screen on the Lakers of Elkton Pigeon Bayport in the green with the football, trying to tie this game up.
Handoff will go to Buchholz, right side.
Flag on the play.
We call this peekaboo offense where all the backs, it's slow looking, right? But they all come through hiding their arms and they hide the ball kind of. And your defenders have to be very disciplined because what you need to do is the guards will take you to the ball. We're going to try to watch this on the next play. See if they pull their guards, because there are going to be 3 guys, a quarterback, 2 backs, all looking like they have the ball.
Yeah, they all hold your hands like they're holding
Right.
a loaf of bread, covering it up.
Oh,
So you don't
West
know
Bloom,
who
West
has it.
Bloom up top left.
Yeah, West Bloomfield down 10, looking to cut into that lead.
And there's
Nearly
actually, I know.
intercepted there by
No, okay,
Eisenhower.
I'm just going to overdose here. I'm trying to watch these 2 on the left. I look up on the right, and they're going to score, and there's just, this is getting a lot of fun.
Jackson Northwest, I believe they did. They just reclaimed the lead there. Short touchdown run. They heard us talking, and they jumped back in front. Now 20-17.
So I think Clarkston right here, did I just see they're going to, or West Bloom's going to attempt a field goal to make it a 1-possession game, and it looks like it's good.
It's in there.
So that's going to make it just a 1-possession game, 17-10 with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. So a lot of time in that game. I like it. I think that's smart. A lot of people don't, in that situation would probably think about trying to go for it, but Zach Hilbers, the head coach, said, you know what? We'll make it a 1-possession game. And now here we go. We got 1st and 10, the big fella. Look at the body, see? The bodies in the green stretch out their uniforms way more than the bodies in the white right now.
Up the middle. They're just taking 3 yards in a cloud of dust here, but they're keeping this drive moving.
Well, they're giving Millington a little taste of their own medicine. Yeah. We've seen Millington, the Cardinals like to do this. They like to possess the ball. They're happy with a 3-yard gain, 3 yard, 3 yard, 3 yard. And then on 4th down, they go for it, or sometimes they throw in a 4 or 5 yard gain. So let's see. We got 2nd and goal. Are they on the?
It's a 2nd and 4. Can't tell exactly where
Yeah.
the end zone is. It looks like they have the ball on the 4. Yep, you're right.
They do. So it's 2nd and goal. Big stand, and we're bringing it to you right here and score. This is awesome. A little miscommunication. You see the lineman talking.
Laker.
You don't want to get a 5-yard delay of game penalty in this situation.
No, sir. That clock is moving. As is big.
It's going right. It's going. Ooh.
And it looks like somebody jumped. Yeah, false start. Back to the quad box here, Grosse Pointe South. They believe they've just found the end zone on your bottom left. East Kentwood and Hudsonville.
Hudsonville go a little up-tempo here now.
They're trying to tie this sucker up. The OK Red on the line up there. And Walled Lake Western has just scored in their Lakes Valley Conference matchup against Lakeland. Can't tell the score there, a little washed out. But that was Western, the Warriors.
Okay, bottom right, focus. You know what? That's a good job. Getting low. You get a big back. The best thing to do is take his pins out. You let him get downhill with that upper body and that heaviness on you. A lot of times you become a little bit of a roadkill for him. So you need to get low, take his legs out. And that's what Millington did there. It's going to set a 3rd and goal on the 7. So I got to believe if you're the Lakers, you think this is 4th down territory? That they're going to go for it here and go again?
Yeah, why not? They've only scored 7 on you all day.
And they've only been down here twice
Right.
that we know of, but I think twice in this game.
Yeah, I'm going. This is 4 down territory for me. It's still the 3rd quarter, but
Yeah, they're going to delay a game. See the ref up with his
he's
hand?
already got his hand
So he's
up.
going to go 4,
And here they're running to the line,
3,
Rob.
2, 1. Oh, they just got it off.
Or did they?
I think their coach took it. Oh, they called delay a game.
Wow.
I told you last time they should have got one.
did.
And I bet you the coaches of Millington said, "Hey, are we counting back there or not?"
Yeah.
And they kind of got the officials cognizant, and then they got the call.
Funny how that happens. Hey, we got a tie game now. Lakeview and Grosse Pointe South. Bunch of deuces up on the board as they begin the 4th quarter.
At the risk of jinxing us, this is by far the closest games with this many games that we've had.
Rob, 1 possession game everywhere except for the tie game, 22-22.
It's almost like we had someone with new information picking games this week.
I bet you it was Hungry Howie. No?
No.
Oh, it wasn't? There must have been some other dummy. I don't know. Yeah, this has been great, and you're only going to see it one more time.
Wow.
You're only going to see it right here.
You know,
State Champs Score.
if you're the Lakers, and this comes back to bite you on the bottom right, you got a motion penalty and you got a delay game penalty. Yeah. You were down. You had first and goal inside the 10-yard line.
At the 4.
And now you got third and goal on the 12.
They're throwing it. Got a man out there.
Oh,
and he's
great
brought
ball
down.
pursuit. No gain on that. It's going to be a fourth. Now, at 4th and 12, I would consider kicking. Because your chance of getting a touchdown here obviously decreased greatly from the 12.
Lucas Wayner did kick a 39-yard field goal last week, so they got a guy who can kick.
That's impressive, partner. Somebody's at their home. I was out shooting partridge all week, and you were studying for this.
Do I get another
that's
piece
good.
of pizza for that?
Yeah, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
I appreciate the prep.
Well, here we go.
We got a replay in the bottom. Oh, quickly, you
are
can see the
kicking,
replay.
Rob.
Clarkston trying to little screen it, and it gets batted back. They are going for the field goal. And he got it, bottom right. We're going to go, let's head to Hudsonville. Right now at quarterback. Oh, what a great job getting out of it.
And does he have a guy? He does.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Great job getting to that game.
Are you kidding me?
And we're going to get a replay because we should go listen to, oh, man. I got to hear Shawnee Blesian. He's got to be juiced.
Centers already made their way to Hudsonville a couple of times this week, interviewing Lawson Weber. They might have to make their way back to interview Brady Van Lake because the way that he just kept that play alive. And I got a note right here, backfield creator, because this guy creates things out of the backfield. Just when it looked like the play was dead, he finds his target in the end zone with a dime of a throw to tie this thing up.
Got a chance to take the lead. Oh, they bumbled the snap, trying to throw for it into the end zone. Did he catch? He did! My goodness gracious! They bumbled the snap, but were able to throw for it anyway, Grant Perry.
Oh my goodness. Talk about being prepared for the moment. That's what that is. Not getting out of your boundaries, just understanding, hey, if something goes wrong, I know what to do. Right here is the touchdown, and you're going to see Brady Van Lake get outside the pocket and watch his ability to make Malachi Daly miss. Look at it, just turning his body, making a guy miss, and then understanding, hey, it's 4th down. I got to give my receiver an opportunity. Throws it up, and then his buddy, the man, the myth, number 81, I believe it was, comes down with that ball. Number 21, excuse me, that's Wyatt Van Assen.
Yep, it was Wyatt Van Assen.
Man, what a play. What a sequence of plays, too. That 2-point conversion, really
Grant,
good job.
You watch that replay as you take a look at the 2-point conversion there.
Yeah, that's
just like they
prepared.
designed it. Just
Yeah.
like they designed it.
That's-
Grant, when you look at that replay, Van Lake didn't even really set. He just kind of threw on the, you always want to set. He just hummed that ball. Unbelievable.
Saw his guy, because he when he went to jump, he wanted to throw it to William DeYoung. William DeYoung was open on the crossing route, which they hit about 2 plays ago. But the pressure by Malachi Daly forced him to have to jump, fake the throw, and spin out of it, which he did. And, I mean, what a beautiful throw after that.
Rob.
I know what you're going to say, and you brought it up. I thought it. I didn't say it because the extra point, the holder looked like he kind of bobbled it on purpose. He just kind of sat there.
He just sat there.
And let his guy get out. And then he, spins out there and throws it. So, if that's planned, that's next level now.
I would love to hear if that was the Detroit Lions, whatever, the fumble-rooski that they pulled last year. Because the way he just sat there. But how about the receivers for Hudsonville? They just keep one-upping themselves.
They do. But how about the receivers here? West Bloomfield, bottom left, he just had the chunk play down the field. They come back with a run, but those linebackers of Clarkston have been doing a great job. Clarkston, this is a very physical Clarkston team.
And they want to fumble here, Rob. Haven't seen any motion where we're going.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going to keep it.
In the bottom right, you got Millington now. They're you're going to see them try to put together. Millington understands right now. They put together a 6-7 minute drive as the third quarter looks like it's going to come to an end with 22 seconds. This is going to run out. They're going to take that to the fourth quarter. It's a one possession game, only a 4-point lead for Millington. Let's see what happens in the fourth. But draw your attention. There's so many things going on. We got a huge play up top. Jackson again. I tell you, Northwest was on life support in this game.
They gave up 17.
And now they're in control.
And now they are rolling. It was 17-6 after they scored the first 6. Now they've answered with 21 straight. Grosse Pointe South is in the red zone, Rob. They're looking to break this 22-22 tie.
Upper right goes in the gold pants. Grosse Pointe South, the blue navy tops.
And we got a flag there.
Seen a lot of laundry flying here in the last few minutes.
And the pink laundry today. Everybody going with the pink out.
Northwest, upper left with the kick for the extra point.
Came after him. Didn't matter.
You got West Bloomfield.
Whoa!
That looked like it was going to go. Just a shirt tackle. I think the running back's looking for a horse collar. It's not a horse collar. He grabbed the shirt just above the, the back above the seat in the back there.
Here we go.
We're going to look at the replay. We're going to see this is.
Oh, yeah. He just took him by the T-shirt.
Uh-oh. What's the score in the bottom right?
62-38.
It's a perfect 100 right now. They should just quit. I made my call. But they're going to make this extra point. There's still 4.5 to go in this game.
Wow. 62. Incredible.
Pontiac Prep does score points now. They score on everyone, and they score a lot. Their problem has been stopping the other team from getting points, as you said. How do you like to score 38 points? You're like, we scored 38, and you're down by 25.
It's incredible.
That's tough.
We haven't seen them get stopped at all. I know we're not here with every single drive.
Right.
We haven't seen them get stopped yet today. So Lakeview's got the ball now on your top right. Birmingham Groves. There you see them taking on Stony Creek. There's Clarkston and West Bloomfield. They're about to begin the fourth quarter. Clarkston, 17-10. They've led this the entire way, but it's a one-possession game. Here's Groves and Stony Creek, your bottom right. That's Groves in the black. This is a 2-point conversion. They just found the end zone on the previous play. Yep, and it's not a 2-point conversion. Looks like they're going to kick it. And we've got an interception down here for Clarkston. May have a flag, though. My man spiked the ball.
A little excessive. My man. Yeah. Maybe mark him back 15. It would not negate the turnover, but it will put them back, make it 15 yards farther to score.
He was a little excited after bringing that in.
The game I'm trying to get rid of, and not to watch, but it's hard, is the Jackson Northwest Parma, because all of a sudden these teams are going up and down the field. It's been would start out very slow, not a lot of scoring. In the second half, Jackson's done a great job. Northwest has moved it, and now Parma's on the move.
Yeah, we told you it was 6-0 for a long time.
Look at this. The Blue Devils and the Huskies tied at 22.
In that game midway through the fourth already. Brian Haynes is out there. We'll check in with him pretty soon here. Get us up to date. Have reporters all over the place. And let's go to Brian right now. Brian, we got a great one. Tied at 22.
Sam had no touchdown run after making multiple defenders miss for a touchdown run. 22-8 on a huge play. Huskies decided Involved way more in this half, though. 4th and 1. They go for it. Harris for his second touchdown.
All right, appreciate that, Brian. A little technical difficulty. We'll get back to him, though, I'm sure, because 6 minutes to play, and we are tied up in that game.
You know, we missed something on the bottom right. I'm not sure we had it up or not, but Millington scored a tutty somehow, and I'm not sure how, but that's huge. In a game where points are at a premium, that you make it a 2-possession game with 11 minutes, just over 11 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Lakers finally scored on that field goal. See the extra point try here.
You know, the Lakers are going to look back at this game if they don't win. I'm not saying they can't come back and win, but if they don't win it, you know, they're going to look back at this game, and you know the coach is going to say, fellas, listen, we had 2 chances deep in that territory. Dave Levasseur, the head coach of the Lakers, are going to say, we had our opportunities. We got 2 penalties on the second time, which moved us out, took us out of our offense. We're right with this team. This isn't like we're being dominated by Millington. We were wearing them down, and then obviously they made a big play here recently to put it to a 2-possession game. So it's one of those games you're going to look at, and it's not done yet. He still has 2 times, at least a couple possessions left. But it's a game as a coach, you're going to tell your team and convince your team that that is our game to win. We didn't win it. We lost it.
Well, and give it to Millington answering the bell. They finally gave up a point. They come right back and punch it into the end zone for the first time since very early in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got the lead now 14-3. How about Western? How about another touchdown for them? Walled Lake Western. And guess who it is? It is the Mr. Football candidate doing it one more time. This guy is all over the field. Donovan Triplett again.
Looks like Scadaboo. He's thick.
Right?
He's short and thick, yeah.
Now I just need him to rip the shirt off Hulk Hogan style and do some backflips.
Yeah. And then Parma just got in. It's a 1-possession game. They're going for 2. Obviously, if they can convert this, it's only a 3-point game. A field goal separates the 2.
Oh, incredible. Probably didn't need to do that.
I think I would have kept going for the pylon on that one. We call that running to darkness. Not to daylight. He ran to dark. He's like, there's no one out there. I'm going to run where the 3 guys are.
Well, it worked out.
Yeah.
He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, but probably made it a little more eventful than it needed to be, though.
We saw the same
Willis.
thing.
That's what I'm talking about, Willis. Get you in there for the 2-point conversion.
Boy, Hudsonville deep in their own territory here in the bottom left against East Kentwood.
And it is
1st and 10 now. So we talk about not every first down is created equal. This would be a huge first down if they could get out of here. Because right now, if they don't get out of this territory, East Kentwood's going to have great field position to come back in.
And they just picked Van Lake up and pushed him back there.
It was a good play. It's a winning. If they got 4 yards, I think that's a winning first down play. It's a 1st and 10. It's going to be 2nd down. I'm going to guess probably 6.
Rob, we haven't checked in with Harper, Woods, and Saline in a little while. Look at it. Still 21-10. Harper Woods shutting down that offense of Saline.
A lot of time left in that game. That's still 8:20 in the 3rd quarter. Maybe that extended halftime. Okay, in the bottom left, another good play by Hudsonville. It's going to put him into a 3rd down and 2. This is a huge play for Hudsonville as well as Harper Woods. We got a flag, some laundry.
There we go. Hold.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to accept that penalty. Coach Oden will take it and push him back, negate a couple of good plays at offensive for yards.
Taking another look at Ike and Dakota as they're coming back onto the field.
You got St. Clair Shores, Lakeview trying to make something happen against Grosse Pointe South.
So here we go. Yeah, Rob, they're pushed all the way back to the 2.
Yeah, so now there's going to be, 2nd and 9. Do you dare throw here? Do you run a boot?
With the receivers he has, I wouldn't mind. There you go.
Oh! He threw
right
a dime. No, okay, no, this is what I don't get. This guy's celebrating, right? He's celebrating. He was just beat, and the receiver dropped the ball. That's a gift. That is a gift, 21. Oh, what a throw from your end zone. Wow, that'll leave a mark. You watch film, that's when you wish you had I always said I wanted to create a uniform where you could pull a little string and your number would change.
Yeah.
So when you went back, no, that wasn't me. I'm 82. That was 84. What a beautiful throw. What a good play call, but just couldn't execute.
In and out of the hands. Here they come on third down. Going to go outside, nowhere to go.
Oh, is that a flag that he tossed? No. Okay, so Harper Woods does their job. Now they got some help. They got a penalty. And they also got a drop ball, and that's why games change, because who executes, who doesn't when it matters. Hudsonville could not execute. Now let's see on a punt return. This is a situation where I would never go for a block here. And the reason is, if you bump the punter, run into the punter, you give them a first down. Make them punt the ball deep in his end. In high school, you're probably going to get the ball, I would say, no farther out than the 40, maybe the 35-yard line.
Yeah, you don't expect him to kick this to the 50.
But you need to field it.
It's a good kick, though, Rob.
And it gets a bounce.
So everything we just said, forget.
Well, a little bit. He's still on the plus. Listen, you're getting the ball on the plus side of the 50. I would take that as an offense coordinator any day. Right. He got a nice punt. He got a good roll.
No,
but
I like
it's still,
what you said, though,
it's a short field.
Most people think, oh, you're pin them deep. They got nowhere to go. Go block it.
Yeah.
But if you mess it
up, it's risky. I like setting up the return. The problem is, at the high school level, kids aren't as adept at catching punts, and punts are hard to catch. I mean, they move a lot, and it depends on what type it is. And if you can catch it, though, if that punt's caught, they're probably inside the 40, but instead he gets the bounce. And now let's see what Coach Oden's team can do here. Harper Woods in white with the ball in the bottom left.
They just scored, Rob. They just scored a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. I'm a little bit late. The Pinkies have got it going on.
Yeah, they should.
So so Harper, they've really taken control. In Saline, this is a road game. This is a big win for Coach Oden's team. I mean, we're talking about the bottom right. Yeah.
Plenty of time still, only midway through the third. But
Saline's been at 10, it seems like, for a long time, doesn't it?
We do know that offense can light it up.
They can.
They had that Dexter game, 61-34. You remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Carr threw for 508 yards, 8 touchdowns. So they can make things happen, but they need to do it. Let's see if East Kentwood can get that offense rolling.
I tell you, you like the Q, don't you?
Say that
you like their Q.
Oh, I do.
I would call him a dual threat, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We haven't seen him throw a ton, but he's definitely can win with his legs.
Well, he's done it today. He's definitely done it today. He started them out with a long touchdown run, I believe, around 30 yards. He's broken free on a few. Cade Kaufman, we're talking about, Michigan State recruit.
Is he going as a Q there? Do you know? Is he being recruited? Or is
so.
it, sometimes a recruit, as they just call it like athlete. He may be a receiver. He could be a safety. Could be a quarterback.
Oh, dangerous throw there.
It is, but what a nice job by Cade, because there's pressure in his face.
Yeah.
And he's still able to get the ball out. What are his measurables? Do you have those handy by any chance?
I do not.
We don't have his measurables. He looks to be about 6'2", 6'3", maybe. He looks long. Bottom right, Clarkston really trying to put a nail in the coffin here tonight for West Bloomfield. If they get a touchdown here.
Oh, how about the little hurdle there? Bowman picking up a few.
And upper left, Groves in points on the board again. Let's. I think we go to West Bloomfield, because this is going to be a big series at West Bloomfield. If Clarkston can score here in the red zone, that really could be a dagger, because West Bloomfield's offense has struggled all night. Let's head to West Bloomfield and check in here and see if Clarkston can finish his drive and put a stranglehold on this game.
Become a factor as West Bloomfield has had to sustain drives to get to the end zone. Handoff again, right up the gut. Tackle, but loose on the wet field and right back to about the line of scrimmage. But it'll be just enough. They are going to move the chains. They are going to shift it to be a first down for Clarkston.
Yeah, it looked like Tank Pittman almost had him at the line of scrimmage, but he got away. And again, now if you're the Lakers, got to find a way to get up or come away with the stop right here. Points here really put you in a horrible position.
It is 1st and goal for the Clarkston Wolves with 7:30 and ticking to play in the ball game. They are up 17-10. A score here would make it a massive difference with this amount of time left. Could potentially be a 2-touchdown lead in a game where they've only allowed 1 to the Lakers. Handoff is Bowman right up the gut. He will march right on into the end zone. Touchdown again for the Clarkston Wolves. And they get back on the board to make this a 2-score game.
And again, a Bowman brother finds their way into the end zone. And the Lakers just have not had an answer for these two tonight.
We're not making the stage.
Yeah,
Griffin
touchdown.
taking it that
They're
time
doing
is
what they did last week, too. Got the lead in the 4th. Let's just run this clock out. And you can't stop them.
Right. The only time we saw Clarkston struggle was early in the year. Was that Harper Woods? Yeah. They got a lead early. They came out of the gate, and then they couldn't hold it. And really, for the last 2.5 quarters, Harper Woods really dominated that game. But Clarkston looks to be playing a little bit more of a complete game here against West Bloomfield tonight.
Speak of the devil, we said Saline could strike quick. They just did. They just scored in just over a minute. So they are no longer sitting on 10 and now going for 2.
And getting it.
And got it. We got a 10-point ball game, partner.
You know, all I got to do is make a comment, and it proves me wrong.
We've done that a few times.
Oh,
tonight.
I've done it a lot in my life.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I'm wrong often. I'm wrong often, and my wife points that out to me.
That's why I'm not married.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
but you called it. They needed a quick score, and they got it. And they're only halfway through the 3rd quarter, which I don't comprehend. I could see if it was like, it was a 40-38 game, a lot of scoring, but there's not a ton of scoring. I don't know. Maybe it's homecoming.
We haven't checked in
sometimes
with Belmont and Richmond in a while, and we just have it now, bottom right side of your screen. That is Richmond in the blue. They have scored for the first time here.
But I can see the scoreboard in the background, and it's not good for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Elmont, the Raiders, they're with the orange helmets. They are always celebrating Halloween in Elmont.
Well, this
they
could
have the lead, looking to win the Blue Water Championship. And that game is late in the 4th, so the Blue Devils got a lot of work to do here with not a lot of time.
Talk about doing work, Lakeview. They're no quitting this team now.
No, sir.
It's been a close game, really close the whole entire game. 22 all game, and
There's
Lakeview
Grosse.
taking their opportunity. Look at that. Look at 75. That's a big body. They got some good-looking offensive linemen there. Upper left, Parma Western again.
East Kentwood has just retaken the lead.
We're going to look at the replay here, I believe, right? A little motion, a little getting going. Grant Perry, we got him drawing it up for us. A little wheel, almost like a wheel route. They do double seam, and they wheel the guy outside. It just shows you the coverage is not horrible, but a well-thrown ball to a big receiver, not much a DB can do. And now they're going to go for 2.
Can we check in down there? Let's take our guys live. Let's go to Shawnee Belizean for this 2-point conversion.
Go up by 6. Coppin with a man in motion. Back to pass over in the middle. Got it. Nothing fancy there. I'm going to say it again. That guy, Edmonds, tough little receiver, goes to some ugly spots and did it again right smack dab in the middle of that defense for a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, he's their go-to guy. That's Amon Edmonds. Now, we've seen a lot of Stephon Jones, number 11, but when things need an answer, they usually look to Amon Edmonds. He's their go-to guy, the leader of this receiver room. And last week, 6 receptions, 89 yards, and a touchdown versus Caledonia. So, I mean, this guy has proven that he's their go-to guy, and you can see it. He hasn't had a breakaway run, but you can see in between those hashes, shiftiness and elusive skills from Amon Edmonds.
So East Kentwood back on top, 35-29. Let's see what the hometown Eagle offense can do, because
All right,
they
there
have
you go.
certainly come alive.
Thanks, fellas. You can check them out on the State Champs Network as well. East Kentwood finally coming back. They're up 35-29. 31 seconds, Rob. Tied at 22, Lakeview and Grosse Pointe South.
This is one of those nights I wish we'd done our contracts with State Champs for points called.
I got paid in pizza today.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I got.
A lot of points being scored, a lot of action, really entertaining evening.
Parma Western just put up
Well,
another
I think the one we got to kind of keep a real close eye on with 31 seconds, 22 all.
Absolutely.
The Blue Devils and the Huskies.
Grosse Pointe South, Lakeview. They've been tied at 22 for quite a while here. Let's see if that'll change here in the final seconds. Walt Lake Western, we told you, they scored. They get the ball right back, and they are just marching down the field again.
So I think in that Grosse Pointe Lakeview, by looking at the scoreboard, which is a really nice scoreboard, it looks like that Lakeview has the ball. With 31 seconds, they got a 1st and 10 on the 42. So they're in business. They're on the plus 42-yard line. I mean, I'm not sure. We don't know whether these teams are kickers and so forth, but I think they're about 10 to 15 yards away from having an opportunity.
Yep.
But just running the ball, and Grosse Pointe does a good job of stretching it out and stopping them for no gain, even a little bit of a loss.
Top left side of your screen, nothing but big plays lately. Was wondering if we'd get a kick return there. We did not. It's Parma Western with under 5 to go. They have taken the lead back. 19 ticks on the clock. The Huskies, that is St. Clair Shores Lakeview. Our 16th ranked team, 6-0 Grosse Pointe South.
I'm looking at the bottom left, that East Kentwood Hudsonville game. In Hudsonville, again, the receivers are behind the defensive back of East Kentwood, and it was about a foot. He stretched out, the receiver couldn't come up with it, but they have a lot of opportunities. So they're doing something good offensively with the passing game because they are beating that secondary and getting behind them. I don't know if there's a lot of double moves, hitch and go, slant and go, what they're doing.
Donovan Triplett just scored another touchdown. I'd like to know, if we could, how many he has today, because we've seen 4 of them. I was going to say, we've seen 4. That was number 4. Making his case.
So
for Mr.
who is the
Football
front runner
again.
right now, would you think, in the state, in your opinion?
Oh, shoot.
For Mr. Football.
That is a great question. That's a great question.
I hear you talk about Donovan Triplett week after week.
Yeah.
We've had him. But obviously we get some teams more than others with some of the players who are in contention for it, so we talk about them more, but there's some really good players around the state of Michigan.
Yeah, and it's tough to go against one of the quarterbacks, as always.
Well,
I tell you how that goes.
Yeah.
I personally, I've pumped him up all day today. I should be his agent. I mean, Dakota Garant.
Yeah.
I mean, he does it in all 3 phases every week, and they knocked off Clarkston, and they're currently beating Saline.
Right.
And they're a D4 school.
So if you have a Michigan-type looking helmet, don't play them.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah,
No
Saline and
doubt.
Clarkston.
When you see them on the schedule, just like, 2-0 forfeit. We're not coming. Speak of the devil, here we go. Bottom left, Harper Woods has the 28-18 lead. Still some time in the 3rd quarter there. Harper Woods wearing pink again today, as we told you. We've seen the pink hankies out there by the officials. How about Lakeview and Grosse Pointe South? We're going to OT, my friend.
Yeah, upper right, we see that. We got Grosse Pointe South and Lakeview are going to give us a little extra love here. Keep playing.
Oh, wait, maybe not.
Oh, now they put 4 seconds back on the clock.
4 ticks back on that clock. Beautiful scoreboard over there. Grosse Pointe. They called timeout with 4 seconds to go, okay? So we will get one final play.
Ooh, looks like Saline now kicking up their heels against Coach Oden's Harper Woods Pioneers. Kyle Short, the Saline head coach, has really did a nice job of keeping his kids engaged in this game because they were starting to, Harper Woods was creating some separation, but Saline has kind of reeled them back in.
Yeah, 28-10. Just the last possession, Saline scores, gets the 2-pointer as well. And here we go. And a timeout, of course, as we go full. with Lakeview trying to knock off Grosse Pointe South with a field goal. Grosse Pointe South is 8-0 all time against Lakeview. Lakeview trying to steal one here with a field goal. We'll head back there.
In upper left, you got, you got Jackson Northwest trying to come back. That's really been a back and forth game. About halfway through the second half, it's been, just trading scores. And Northwest trying to end this game with the ball in their hands and the ball finishing in the end zone to get a win. And now we're going back up. Let's maybe go let's go to Grosse Pointe South if we go full. Oh, we got Saline thrown in the end zone here in the bottom. And they scored. He caught that? Oh, I was like, I didn't think he caught it. And he would have picked it up. I thought he was clapping, but he was actually frustrated. So let's go to Grosse Pointe South. They're going to try a long field goal here. We talked about maybe they need about 15 yards.
Going to be about 37 yards here.
Now that's definitely reachable. Most high school kickers, are they have enough leg strength from 40 and in. The biggest in here, it's the snap, the hold, and the protection.
Snap is high. He got the kick off. And he
made it!
Oh! South goes down Lakeview at the buzzer.
No, don't take your helmet off. No, remember that game we did? The kid took his helmet off. He thought the game was over and he got a 15-yard penalty. Wow, great job by Lakeview. First time in 10 meetings you said that they beat South?
They were 0-8.
Oh, 0-8.
0-8
wow.
Coming in.
What a great win.
South would have won the MAC White outright with a win. No, sir. Lakeview comes in and wins it.
Now he shouldn't have to go get his own tee after making it. Come on. You got some elementary kids that are ball boys. Let them don't get it. You just won the game. Take a bow, young man. And Saline, talk about taking a bow. They want to be the team that's bowing at the end of this game because they just scored again.
Yeah, they're not bowing out, that's for sure.
I would have
right back at them.
Man, and looking up top, we got Northwest now. It's trailing by 4 with a minute and a half. I believe they are driving. Northwest, a team in the white, and Parma in the burgundy. And in Hudsonville, getting back down. It's still 7:50 in the game. That's the problem Hudsonville's facing. Even if you score here, man, that's a lot of time you're leaving a team that has already hung 35 on you is going up and down the field.
Harper Woods, now the lead is 3. Still in the third, 28-25. Saline had come in 5 straight games, scoring 42 or more. And they were held to 10 till about 10 minutes ago. Elmont and Richmond. Looks like that one is over.
Yep.
There's a look at Ty Spencer when he was at Detroit King, winning state titles. Now over there at East Kentwood.
I believe was that against the Walled Lake team? That may have been, well, the colors look like, now this is a different one.
Yeah, going through all the championships from King. And you know who that guy is?
That would be one. Is that Dante Moore?
The Heisman Trophy front runner right now.
Yeah, or the Oregon Duck quarterback, #1 quarterback in the country coming out.
And here we go.
And here's talking about quarterback play.
Boom. Oh. Did he get it?
I think that was his foot that popped up in the air. Thought that was the ball, didn't you?
Yeah, I did too.
I think it was his foot. So I think he caught it.
Yep, we got it marked 1st and goal. They're moving up there. Hey, what do you want to head out there? Check in with Shawnee B?
Yeah, let's go check in at Hudsonville.
And Lake. False start. Oh, my goodness gracious. You hate to see that.
Although the Eagles are going to have to move back a little bit.
Oh, boy. Move it back to the 7-yard line with 7:17 to go. A 7 here will give Hudsonville the lead as they trail by 6.
Hudsonville's done a great job of tiring out the D-line of East Kentwood. They haven't been getting that push across the line of scrimmage as they have the rest of the game.
Van Lake,
Parma
shotgun
Western.
formation, throws it over to Harzma.
They got a 4-point lead. Buck
Running
18
hard
to go.
again, down to about the 5-yard line.
Can't hear.
Again, we've seen him do this a few times here tonight, Grant. Runs about 20 yards to pick up 2 or 3.
Yeah, and when he realizes he has to get north and south, man, he fights hard and takes about 2 or 3 guys to bring him down. Right there, first of the party was 53, Baxter Johnson. Again, that sophomore defensive lineman that sees reps here in between guys like James Jones and Damari Love-Simmons. They're going to have a big couple reps here from this D-line if they want to keep the Eagles out of the end zone.
2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Van Lake rolling far side, looking, firing back of the end zone, nearly a one-handed grab, but that time out of bounds. This fan base is so used to unbelievable one-handed grabs, I think everybody thought he just made it.
Yeah, and he wanted to go there originally. He wanted to find number 21. That's why Van Assen. So then he goes on to his second read, and that's the over route, which they've been having a lot of success with, and that's Luke Brodnicki. And it's just the ball's a little too high, and just can't quite come down with it there. But great placement on the football there. When you're throwing to that back end line and that back of the end zone, that ball's got to be high and away from any defender in a position only where your receiver can touch it.
3rd and goal here. I'm guessing 4-down territory. Going to keep it on the ground. Flags fly everywhere. Oh, there's going to be offside. Huh?
Prior snap, offside.
Oh, that's huge.
Defense, number 42. Half the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
So now a 3rd and goal from about the 2.5-yard line, Grant.
Ball placed on the 2-yard line.
You only just open up that playbook more for your coaches. Give yourself an opportunity here. 2-down territory, obviously. Look for them to run it. Try to get this in.
Van Lake in the shotgun. 2 receivers split outside. Gives to Harzma. Harzma into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that run right there, I mean, that kind of sums up the drive. This drive by the Hudsonville Eagles was a drive of, hey, let's just wear these guys down. Let's go 3-4 yards cloud of dust. And by the end of it, watch this push here on the left side of this line of scrimmage. East Kentwood's been getting great push defensively, but this drive, man, the Eagles have just been wearing down their opponents here, and you can just see the finish by Owen Harzma. The punctuation at the end of the drive, getting across and taking the lead here late in this 4th quarter.
Well, the crucial extra point is up and good as well. So, with 5:52 to go, Hudsonville back on top by a score of 36-35.
Rob, thought that was going to be a disaster, but they take it into the end zone.
Yeah, they do. Well, the penalty, we thought the second one was going to be on them, but it was against East Kentwood, which put them back in business.
Yep.
Now let's look at the bottom left rather. We got Harper Woods with a slim lead, but they're moving the ball again. Still in the 3rd quarter though, with a minute remaining, so a lot of time left in that game. The Millington Laker game, 2 minutes to go.
That's still 14-3 there.
But the difference is between Division I and Division 7 is the ability for quick strikes in Division I are greater because of the passing game. These teams, smaller schools, they don't have as many kids, you don't have as many bodies to choose from, so you simplify what you do a little bit offensively, and it's more of a run-oriented type of offense, which when you're down in the game, it makes it kind of difficult for the quick strike.
Yeah, and you're seeing great examples of that in the Saline Harper Woods game, East Kentwood Hudsonville, passing all over the place, quick strikes. Millington against Laker here, Division 7 schools, 14-3, haven't broken any big splash plays in these games yet.
And now you can see, this is the shotgun offense, quarterback in the Lakers upper left. They're going to try to throw the ball, and they get intercepted, got batted, and they're pointing. upper left. Gentleman in the stripes. Got the hamburger.
Again, didn't see. He just waved his arms. He didn't wave the direction. Millington was all saying.
Well, and the replay just showed the refs waving their arms.
Right.
It didn't show. It didn't show the play. They were a little late getting to it, and the Hamburglers tell us that it's going to be Millington's ball.
What's Birdie doing?
Well, I think that one's going to be decided. The Cardinals are going to get a big win, big thumb area win here against Elkton Pigeon Bayport. I tell you, those kids are going to sleep well. That was a physical game. It was played close to the vest, unlike the one we're watching on the bottom here. Scrambling. Oh, my. He almost completed that.
Almost got it.
We're seeing athletes all over these screens here tonight.
Stephen Jones, and he's been all over the field today, and he almost made a spectacular catch right there. Here comes Millington. Hit on the handoff, though. Laker not going down without a fight over there. But it's 2nd and 14, and you can see that clock is moving. With the win, Millington will screw up everything there in the Greater Thumb White because Laker has already earned a share of the win. If they win here, they win
the
outright.
conference, okay.
But now Cass City also in Millington, they're going to be all tied atop there. So it's all squee-hot up there.
And where is Harbor? Is Harbor Beach not in that conference? Because they're good too.
Yeah, they're good too.
I was looking at, we prepared for this. I look at comparable scores, and it's one of those things like I beat them, but he beat them, and then they beat me, and I beat. It's, you're chasing your tail in that conference because it's so competitive.
Yeah, the big one was Cass City. That Lakers, they won that 18-13. And then Cass City knocked off Millington earlier in the year.
Yeah,
Them
so right, that's what I said.
So now they're all, and now you're all tied.
Yeah.
Final seconds there, Harper Woods in Saline. 15 seconds to go there in the third. And our game of the night has lived up to the billing. Over there on the west side, Sean Belizean and Grant Perry on the call. 36-35 with 5:11 to play. Meanwhile, West Bloomfield has a lot of work to do. Clarkston giving it to them here in the second half. They've got a big lead. 38-10 as that game is about to close out. East Kentwood on the move. Quarterback's in trouble, though. Kaufman making things happen. We told you he could do it with his legs. He does. Now, I talked to a couple of players at Clarkston the week after they lost their 21-0 lead to Harper Woods and lost that game 27-21. I talked to a couple of the guys afterward. Like, hey, you coming out to our games? You're going to be here? And it's like, man, I thought you guys had that. Like, yeah, so did we. We will learn, though. We will learn from it. And they have not lost since.
See, I'm telling you now, I was talking about Harbor Beach, right?
Yeah.
They're Division 8,
yeah.
Smaller. They beat Cass City 42-8. I'm telling you, they're the cream of the crop, I think, in the thumb. If you look at scores.
Well, and they have been for a long time. They and Ubly were the two teams to beat.
Right, the Bearcats.
For the longest time.
Coach Sweeney, for years, I've called a couple of his state championship games over the years. Now, Clarkston really, when did this game get out of hand so quickly, huh?
Because it was. I'm telling you, man, those guys, they told me, they're like, we will be better. And they've shown it. They're just pouring it on teams since losing that game. They've scored 38, 41, 21, and 42.
Well, they went up just a little while ago. Oh, we're going full screen here in Lakeland, trying to get in.
Oh, great play there on D.
That might be game, set, match, people. Because if not, that's a penalty because he took his helmet off. It must be game, last play of the game. It went final.
Nichols coming across, knocking it down, getting a hug.
Yeah, well,
Don't take your helmet off next time, buddy.
Harper Woods put a nice drive together in the bottom left in the pink against Saline because Saline's really come back strong to make it 28-25, but this has been a time-consuming drive. Harper Wood started deep in their own territory. They're just starting to pac-man that clock a little bit, which is, there's still a lot left. But if you can take another 4 or 5 minutes off, it puts the other team behind 8 ball because it limits how many times you're going to get the ball back. And they're a nice hard count, very disciplined by Coach Oden's team. And they drew Saline into the red zone, or red zone, neutral zone rather. See?
Hey, it's a lot of talking, you know, Rob. It's all right. We appreciate you guys being here, joining us for week 7 of the MHSAA season. Division titles, conference titles, whatever you want to call them, are on the line tonight.
You know, we listened to Grant and Sean call this game, and Grant said that. He said, this young man, number 4, is the go-to guy.
Yes, he
Not
is.
very big in stature, but he's strong on the ball. He's a good route runner. You can see he's a good route runner because, you know how come I know that without watching this whole game? Is he's open.
Yeah.
So he's either has a good job feeling zones where to sit down, or he's beating man coverage, which means he's a good route runner. And just what a weapon it is. I mean, he's the Amon-Ra St. Brown for East Kentwood here.
Yeah, he is. Amon Edmonds is his name. He does it all.
It's what? Amon?
No, but it's close.
Oh.
Amon.
That's close enough for me. But yeah, very good receiver.
Yeah, he does a great job for them. He's a Michigan State commit as well.
Really? I thought, see, physically, look at him, he's more of a, fits a D2 box, maybe, or because he looks like he's about 5'7", maybe.
It tells you how much of an athlete he is.
Right, and how good he is, as I
Everything
said.
you just said about him.
Yeah. Yeah, you put the film on, you're a college coach, and you put the tape on, you're watching this game, you're thinking, who's that guy? He jumps out at you because he's constantly making plays, and that's what they look for. Then you take in his measurables later, and you look at it, and you decide, okay, we know he's not tall, but we'll put him on the clock, see how he runs, and we know what he does well, and that's running routes, catching the ball, and we'll live with the other thing if he's good enough at route running and catching. We'll live with the size. There's been other really good small receivers and small quarterbacks, and the box is there, but it doesn't necessarily count for everyone. There's guys that don't fit in the box, but yet will succeed at that level.
Well, I remember you like saying his name all the time. Guy from Farmington Hills, a smaller guy in stature at Michigan State, maybe 20
Know
years
the
ago.
thrill?
No. Akeem Shabbat.
Oh, Akeem, he was cartoon fast. Though.
Yeah.
Akeem
He
could
sure
flat
was.
go. Yeah, he had scoots. I mean, you can't coach what he could do. That's like, what's his name? Wembanyama? What do you call it? The big target?
Wembanyama.
Yeah, Wembanyama. You
Wemby.
can't coach 7'5".
Yeah.
You can coach all day. You can't make a guy 7'5".
Trouble here for East Kentwood. That was 3rd and 11.
That was a big play because they've been moving the ball, and now a big decision with 2:20 counting.
Yeah, the clock is moving down to 2:15.
Let's see. Well, boy, we got 2 really good ones here. I think we should go. Did we go big yet or not? Because the Saline
Harper Woods
game
is moving.
They're it's 2nd and 5.
I'll tell you what we can do, guys, in the truck. Can we go to Shawnee B and keep this double box up so we can look at both games?
Yeah,
Is that all right?
we can double box, but we can go sound on the East Kentwood game. Would be sweet. Hear the docile tones of one Sean Belizean.
Sean, they're saying nope, we're not allowing that. So Kaufman's gonna have to look elsewhere here.
Kaufman in the shotgun. They bring the pressure again to these Eagles. He's going up top. First down. What a reception at the 46-yard line. Mr. Edmonds does it again.
Great job by Edmonds. He's the slot receiver to a 3-receiver side. Outside receiver clears it, and all Amon Edmonds has to do is work outside leverage, win on the out route, and he beats William Zuderveen for that completion in a huge conversion.
1st and 10 now at the Eagle 46. Trying to set up that screen to Edmonds. Edmonds does a lot of work to pick up maybe 4 yards. Up to about the 41-yard line. Game tackled there. Clock still running, Grant. 1 minute to go in this one. Oh, we've got a Falcon player down. We're going to get official.
Edmonds, yeah, we talk about him. He delivers. Those are the type of guys that make us look like we know what we're talking about. We talk about him a little bit. He goes out and catches another ball.
Yeah, Amon Edmonds moving the chains, and then he picked up the couple of yards there on that second play, but we do have a man down, so we stepped away from Shawnee B and Grant, and we're going back to this double box, because here we have Harper Woods on the move here. They have the ball inside the red zone. Looks about the 14-yard line. Trying to extend that lead. They were up 28-10.
It's second and
Saline has come back.
2nd and 7. They got isolation down here, and they got trips up to the top. And what do? Run it inside.
Go up the middle.
And now that's going to put them in a 3rd and very manageable, probably 3rd or 2 or 3 to go. I think it's 4-down territory if you're Harper Woods. Maybe 3rd and 4. I think the only way you might kick here for a field goal is if you get stopped for no gain or you lose yards. Any positive type of yardage, and this is what you tell your coordinators at any level, you need to have 2 plays called, because if we get some yards, what's going to be our 4th down play? And if we get a 1st down, what's your 1st down play? And if we lose yards, what are we doing? There's a little quick screen outside. It looks like he might have got to the sticks.
That's DeAndre Bidden. That's the sophomore receiver, who is one of the top receivers in the nation.
Got some talent in this state. Huh?
I'll tell you what, they got some talent at Harper Woods and Saline. Well, another reason, Rob, you kick the field goal, it only puts you up 6, right?
Right. A touchdown still beats you, but there's still 8 minutes in the game, too. So that might also, you have to take, there's so many variables you take into consideration as a coach when you're making a decision. But my biggest thing, and you'll hear me preach this, is risk reward. Is the reward that you get by going for it on 4th down worth the risk if you don't make it? There's a deep ball. Oh, you catch it?
I believe it was brought in.
Guess no way.
Short of a touchdown. And there's our other guy. We've been talking about him, Stephen Jones.
You got to let him score here. I let him score. You know that? You're on the 1 year. I let him score. Oh, he double moved. You can't bite on a double move under a minute in the game. A 10-yard catch doesn't lose the game, but getting him behind you will.
And 2 guys on him, too.
Yeah, he doubled him. He went a little out and up. Good job on the replay. I like that. But yeah, it's one of those things that you just gotta. You have to be able to think football is whatever level you're playing, Ryan. You have to think not just down in distance, but situation down in distance. What are they trying to do? What is that offense trying to do? Well, are they just trying to get in field goal range, or are they trying to get a touchdown? So you got to be smart, and you think, well, maybe they're not a kicking team. They're going to go for us. He runs it out. You can't jump that hard. You got to think he's going to double move you. And if you do that, then you're fine. But you jump on that out like he did. He's behind you. Now you're putting your defense really behind the 8 ball. So it's that's what makes football so great. I mean, but then they got to execute. You got to have offensive line's got to block. You got to run a double move. You got to bite. Quarterback's got to get the ball to you, which they did, and they're on the verge of winning this game due to that.
I think we have a false start over here, Rob. It's 4th and 1. Harper Woods going for it, but we got a whistle. Just incredible talent all around, Rob. I mean, you said it. The guy's got to execute. On top of, if you bite the double move, you still got to throw and you still got to catch. They did just that. Now Ty Spencer's boys looking to take the lead in the final seconds.
The thing that East Kentwood has on their side right now, Hudsonville should have taken their time out here.
So that call was on Saline. So it's 1st down now. Harper Woods has the ball at the 4. And it's Dakota Garant. He gets smoked, though. As soon as he was going for that hole, nowhere to go.
He picks up about a yard.
Hudsonville looking for a 2nd straight OK Red title for the first time in 22 years. East Kentwood looking to stop that. They've got the ball, I believe, at the 1. They're down 1, 34 ticks left on the clock. Could not ask for a better pair of games. Both of these ranked teams in our state champs top 20 going at it. There's Dakota again.
Ooh.
He's going around the right side. Robbie's in there. Another touchdown.
Yeah, that's a big one. We're going to have to get back because the other game getting ready. All I see is a number 51. We're going to see a tush push here, I think, fellas. You get big 51 behind the quarterback. Ooh, that was a motion on the left guard.
No flag that we see.
Ooh, they might have got away. Well, it looked like the left guard took off a little bit early.
Kaufman kept it, and you said it, big 5'1", that's James Jones Jr.
JJ.
I'm not calling him Junior. I'll tell you that. He's
No.
a big fella. East Kentwood is taking the lead. Harper Woods has extended their lead, now 34-25.
Definitely.
Plenty
And
of
they're
time
just,
in that one, though.
And they're just kicking. Interesting. Why would you not go for 2?
Yeah, 'cause
That would
now-
give you a 7-point lead.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Trouble with the snap.
Yes.
The ball's still out there.
So at least it keeps it a 9-point
Okay, so that's a
game.
9-point game. And plenty of time for quick strike Saline.
Return it for a 2-point conversion, and then that would have put Saline down only a touchdown.
Back to the other side now. Let's take a, getting a look at Cade running around. He's a happy guy. Got an injury there on the right side of your screen. Rob, while we're sitting here, these are our last 2 games left of the dozen we had. Real quick, we'll just go through some of the scores. Millington knocks off the Lakers, Elk and Pigeon Bayport, 14-3, hands them their first loss of the year. Parma Western knocks off Jackson Northwest, 32-28. Here's a score for you. You called 100. You got it. Notre Dame Prep, 63. Traverse City St. Francis falls from the ranks of the unbeaten. They score 38. Clarkston, big over West Bloomfield, 38-10. Elmont, they're 7-0, and they win the Blue Water, 35-14 over Richmond. It's Dakota, 14-7 over Eisenhower. Greenville shuts out Caddy, 21-zip. Groves, big win over Stony Creek, 29-12. Hudsonville looking to make something happen here. They got it at the 30.
All right, now if East Kentwood lets any receiver get behind them, if I'm the head coach, I'm probably going to get in trouble because I'm going to go postal, if I can say that.
I think that's legal. isn't it?
Yeah, I just, you have to tell your kids, listen, they catch it in front of you. They need a touchdown. They don't need a field goal. They need a touchdown. They got to go 70 yards. So 10-yard catches are not going to hurt us. A 50-yard catch, which puts them into the red zone, will hurt us.
And Rob, we know this is a team that can go 70 yards just like that.
Yeah, let's see how, they're facing an aggressive secondary in Harper Woods, and they bite on a lot of stuff, but I got to believe Coach East Kentwood rather. I got to believe that East Kentwood is going to stay back in coverage here.
Got to throw to the sideline, right at the stick.
And I can, and this is where I understand Hudsonville in this situation too. What they're trying to do in Brent Sandy is trying to get close enough where his quarterback at least can get the Hail Mary to the end zone.
Absolutely.
So that's why they're trying to throw little 10-yard outs for 21 seconds.
Yeah, and they can probably do it a couple of more times. There it is again, right at the stick. Same guy, Levi Vanderveen, same play. Picks up 10 more.
Yeah. Brent Sandy, he has a plan, the coach.
And it just takes 4 ticks off the clock.
Yeah, and the thing now, if you're East Kentwood, you might think about playing a little boundary defense. Other words, and have help over the top. And you see the corner, that's right.
There you go.
And there's the help over the top. So
that's what Grant's calling
I like
for.
Grant Perry. He is a brilliant man. You can try to double move him. No. Yeah, he did, but that's good. Oh, he is quick.
Got to the sideline.
Wow. I thought he was going to be sacked. The bad part is, good part for East Kentwood is it ate about 8 seconds.
Yeah, the clock moved.
So you got time for maybe one more quick out.
And then you got to go for it.
You do have a timeout. So the middle of the field's open. If you're Hudsonville, the middle of the field is open. You don't have to, I wouldn't throw to the side. I'd run someone down the middle this time. Because you can take it, you have a timeout left.
You got the timeout.
If you can get it to, at least to the 30, that gives you a decent chance throwing it a Hail Mary.
And it looks like we're getting a timeout before. Yeah, East Kentwood called the timeout. So we go back to the double box here. Saline needing something to happen.
No gain on the
They got plenty of time, though, in that one. 7:25 to play there.
That's a tough call on that, to run to the short side of the field without, you're.
So you know what I'm saying, right, Ryan?
Going over
I'm talking about the Hudsonville, East Kentwood. You have 9 seconds, but you have a timeout.
Yeah.
I think they do, unless they just burned it. It shows one on the screen.
Yeah, East Kentwood
So
just called it. Yep.
Okay, so you have one timeout. I would throw the middle. I would try to get someone down the middle, find a soft spot, throw a 15-yarder. Then you can come up, and you got a chance for your quarterback to zip it in from the 30, where he doesn't just have to heave it up as high as he can. And give Hudsonville has those big, tall receivers too now.
And
so you got a chance. We've seen them go up and high point the ball a few times.
Yeah, if you're just joining us last week,
Coach Ty Spencer.
One-hander in the back of the end zone was ESPN's top play of the day.
Or at least put themselves in the position to win. Van Lake
went to the
throws
sideline again, Rob. Not
Well,
bad
now
to get you some
whoa,
yardage.
that's all second. I think you'd run another one now.
And the way they're getting to the sideline, it's taking about 4 seconds
Yeah.
each time. Do you risk it? Looks like 6 seconds left. They're at the 29. Yeah, they're going to run one.
They got trips to the right, maybe roll right and have the inside guy running out and 2 guys outside clear. They'll give you another 5 to 7 yards. Have cleared and run it out with the trip side.
He's going the other way. Got him.
All right, now.
Once again, that's Will DeYoung, 2 in a
Whoa,
row.
whoa, whoa. Clock kept going there.
Yeah, there's going to have
Yeah, there we
time.
go.
Yep, 2 seconds left.
John Watson, our boss here, was told me to calm down, that they're going to put time back on the clock. It's a situation. But now I like this. Now use your last time out. Somehow what you want to do, if I'm Hudsonville in this situation, 84, is it 80? They got some tall receivers. I'm going to go trips one way where I really look like I'm going to throw the Hail Mary and maybe come back to the one receiver side and maybe just get him singled or doubled on the backside and give him an opportunity to go high point the ball. Look at this. Look at on the bottom.
Touchdown.
Oh!
Celine. Cutting into that 9-point lead.
Looking to make a play again, holds it, and
34-31.
decides to tuck it and run.
And we will head out to Sean Belizean and Grant Perry here when the action picks back up at East Kentwood, Hudsonville for the final play. 1 tick left on the clock.
Oh, we got to have it live. So if Sean, if it's completed,
he's going to lose it.
He will lose it,
and it'll be worth it.
What an enjoyable game for them to call, though.
Yeah, we appreciate all you being here with us on State Champs Score once again. Bringing you the action from all across the state, the best in the state. And let's do it. Let's send it to the best. Sean Belizean right now with the call.
Do the Eagles have one more magic play left in them? East Kentwood brings 2. Van Lake in trouble. He's running. He's throwing into the end zone. Deflected and caught! Caught! They did it again! They did it again! Hudsonville off a deflected ball! My goodness! Oh, a flag down. Let's see what the flag's about. Now, don't forget, Grant, they have to hit the extra point.
Yeah, that's pretty important. Sitting here with a tie ball game and no time left on the clock.
Oh,
man.
My goodness. Having quite the conversation down there. Let's see what this is about. Unbelievable. Two weeks in a row, heroics here.
Jeez, they got something working.
At Eagle Stadium.
Something's in the water over here in Hudsonville, man.
The result of the play is a touchdown, Hudsonville. After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Hudsonville bench, clearing the bench onto the field. There'll be a 15-yard penalty that'll be assessed on the extra point.
And the plot thickens, Sean.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Well, this is what we were talking about, Grant Perry, when East Kentwood scored that touchdown. Do you go for two?
Yeah.
This can win the game. Flags fly. Oh, offside. They're getting 5 yards back, Grant. Whew. Well, this is a shame that one of these teams are going to lose this game.
Yeah,
it really is.
It is. Okay, a little bit easier for the kicker here. That doesn't take away from the pressure, Sean.
No. This is about a 30-yard attempt, if my math is correct. And it is. A 30-yard extra point attempt to win the game. Snap down, kick up, the kick is good. Fly, Eagles fly. You come away with a 43-42 win. Man.
Rob, let's take another look at the final play again. We said it. They just keep outdoing themselves. I don't know. They're going to be number one again today on ESPN. Are you kidding me?
This is why mobile quarterbacks are at such a premium now. Tipped in the air, and your partner gets it. The height. When I went to Grand Valley, I never saw so many tall people in my life. I went to the mall the first time. Those Dutch, you got a lot of Dutch over there. They're all like long, and they just threw it up. They tip it, and they get the touchdown. So what a great win for Coach Sandy.
Unbelievable.
And a tough one if you're Ty Spencer, but Ty knows something. He's got a team. He's got some weapons. He's got some really athletic kids, and he's going to make some noise when this season ends and the playoffs start. So keep the Falcons on your radar.
Knock off the Falcons for the third straight year. Hudsonville improves to 7-0. They're saying, hey, we could be the team to beat in this entire state. They made the D1 final last year, so they're putting Catholic Central, they're putting Cass Tech, they're putting everybody on notice. They're for real. And they make it happen when it matters.
Yeah, I just think the difference between a lot of these teams we've watched in Detroit Cass Tech, not just Cass Tech, I'm sorry, Detroit Catholic Central, is the defense.
Sure.
We've seen a lot of teams that are offense-oriented, that they can score a lot of points.
Yeah.
But who, when it gets to playoff time and deep in the playoffs, can stop people from scoring? And DCC has proved that so far this year. So I would still make them the front runner, and I'd throw some of these, like Hudsonville, into the mix, maybe Cass Tech in the mix as well. But Grand Blanc up in the Flint area, keep an eye on them. We got Davis and Grand Blanc coming up in a couple weeks.
Yes, we do.
Which will decide who wins the Flint Metro, and it'll be interesting game, and they say Grand Blanc is a lot like Harper Woods. They are loaded and stacked with a lot of weapons.
Everybody back from a year ago. They got a 3-year starting quarterback. They don't play a lot of teams, until they meet each other.
Right.
And
it's a league that's a little bit soft through the league, but the top of it's been very good. I mean, Davison's been to the Ford Field a couple times in the past 6-8 years, won one championship. And I think Grand Blanc, and they got deep, was it last year? I think they got pretty deep, and they got knocked off. Yes,
Yep.
and they got knocked off, so we'll see.
Which
Time will
should be
tell.
good. Guys, are we Harper Woods, Saline? Yeah, let's run a little replay here of some of the action that we brought to you on Score. We call it Score, so we'll show you some scores. There's that big run we talked about from Cade Kaufman.
Well, that's just a good job inside, creating a crease and having a quarterback with great quickness, big-time Division I quarterback who gets through it. But Hudsonville not to be outdone. Just tremendous quarterback play on both sides in this game, not just throwing, but running and making plays. And you look at East Kentwood, they really leaned heavy on certain people. And Levin made a lot of plays, but the guy that we saw a lot towards the end when they really needed was number 4. Not very tall, but he made plays. And right there, once again, I talked about the height. See, look at the big fella going up over the top of the smaller defensive backs. And I always liked it. Give me a matchup with a smaller guy. I liked my chances.
And that's Will DeYoung, and he had a great game, 88.
Yeah, but this young man right here, we talk about the quarterback of East Kentwood, but he says, you know what? Don't give the first team all conference, give it away too quickly, because he made play after play after play. Hey, let's not forget, how about that one? And let's not forget at the end of the game, all those outs he's throwing, don't take those for granted. That's just an easy throw. He's throwing those under pressure, knowing that if it's incomplete or if he doesn't get it where it needs to be and his receiver gets tackled, that's game. So just a tremendous job, play after play after play. Just these two quarterbacks are
both
human
sides.
highlight films. Yeah, both sides.
That one obviously not as good, underthrown, picked off. Here comes Kaufman again, and that's a dime.
A back shoulder throw.
And here comes Hudsonville taking the lead back. Awesome game.
Awesome night, bud.
Appreciate it.
Awesome
This
night.
is by far the best one. We are so glad we could bring it to you right here on State Champs Score. We'll be back all the way through Halloween. Hope you can join us. Tell everybody about it. We've got you covered all over the state. You're not going to see it anywhere else but right here on State Champs and Local 4. For Rob Rubick, I'm Ryan Slocum. We'll see you again next Friday night.
State Champs Score is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza. Also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, Alta Equipment Company, Michigan High School Athletic Association, and the Construction Association of Michigan.